Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. We're here, Bournemouth away, 5:30 kickoff. Less than 15 minutes until that kickoff commences, and I'm here, as you saw, with the starting 11 show, with Frank to my left, with Sheroy to my right. We've seen the starting 11. We'll go over it again within the next 15 minutes. We've all predicted Arsenal wins. Flood the chat with your predictions first and foremost. Let's see how we're feeling as a community, because in the break I did, take a little break, go on Twitter, see the reaction, and there is some concern there with the midfield. But to be honest with you, I mean, if you open Twitter more often than not, there's some concern somewhere. So it doesn't really matter what day it is. Maybe it's the wrong app I opened, but it is what it is. Are you concerned in the chat? Sheroy, just before we went live, you said, we've got to win it. We go top of the league. And that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, and we all know that, as cliche as it sounds, there's nothing quite like points on the board, man. If you really want to apply the pressure, lay the gauntlet down and say, listen, over to you, you have to be winning games like this. It's Bournemouth away. And we've learned a lot from last season, man. Like, I know we'd seen it before with Liverpool being absolutely incredible and losing out to Manchester City, but you never quite learn a lesson until it happens to you, right? And it was those ridiculous drop points against teams that we knew we were better than. This is another one of them, and with Liverpool playing Chelsea tomorrow, that's not an easy game. Liverpool have a tough run of fixtures now. And you know how we were looking at the pre-international fixtures, that first run of 7 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
I'm used to us having a really tough December, but we don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now looking at this next run of fixtures before the next international break and thinking, look, there are some tough games in there, but if we can do what we need to do in that period,
what we should do,
exactly, that gives us such an incredible chance of going into the new year top of the league, man. Looking at the fixtures that we have in December, I'm hoping the players aren't looking at this sort of macro zoom out version like I am, because they should just be looking at Bournemouth, right? But as a fan, you can't help but look at fixtures after fixtures and see what's coming. That was a long way of me saying we need to win this bloody game.
Yeah. But isn't it? On the way in, Frank? I was thinking about it, and was it Robbie yesterday? Robbie yesterday on the live, we done the live on AFTV, he said, it's a must-win game. When you're up against City, when you saw the way we lost out on the title last season, when we saw the way Liverpool lost out on the title in their 97-point season, whatever it was, every game is pretty much a must-win.
Absolutely. If you're fighting for a if you're fighting for a title, then you need to be looking at winning every game, whether that's Bournemouth, whether that's Manchester City. So I completely agree. Everything's a must-win, and I would include today in that. Absolutely.
Are you excited about today?
I am.
Or are you? What's the balance of scales for you? Excitement and concern, considering Saka's out, Martinelli on the bench.
It's still a great lineup for me. Like I don't really obviously I understand the concern of a lack of creativity in that midfield. But, I don't look at anyone in the starting 11 and go, if you know what I mean. Like, everyone is a great player in that team, and everyone should be able to do a job against a team like Bournemouth. So I'm not as concerned as others might be.
Playing devil's advocate, because Laurie isn't here, so I'm going to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
I said the same with Leicester.
Yeah.
And we were 3 minutes away from me just dashing this mic on the floor and leaving the studio, yeah? But I said the same against Southampton. I was driving up to Birmingham that day in the car, my girl in the passenger seat, and we had the watch along on. I don't think she's ever seen me that fuming. When we went 1-0 down and we were on the motorway, she was just like, you need to pull the car over. Like, we can't be doing this. And those were 2 games where I was predicting like a 3-0, a calm 3-0. And those were games where, in my opinion, the starting 11 we had on those days was stronger than the starting 11 that we had today. Again, this is just me playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying that I'm not confident going into this match. But for those that are concerned, I can completely understand why. But the reason I'm excited about today, though, is because there are certain players that I haven't seen as much as I would have liked in an Arsenal shirt, and I think we're going to learn a lot about them. Players like Merino, for example, players like Calafiori, I haven't seen that much of. Players like Sterling, I haven't seen that much of. And if we are going to get over the line this year, all of them are going to have to play an integral role. So let's see if they can step up.
On one hand, though, I'm as excited about seeing Merino start this game as I am concerned about, on top of Odegaard not being there, Saka not being there, because those two are the key players over the last few seasons, and I think it's the 2 players and or positions where a lot of us looked at and said, all right, listen, we need a striker, we need a number 8, but we also need a bit more depth for Saka and Odegaard, which in the end we didn't get. I mean, we lost a lot of players that were either on the fringes or not good enough, but our numbers have gone down, quality gone up. I guess I'd agree with that. But yeah, I'm excited about Merino, but at the same time, not that he's been thrown in, because this guy's an international experienced player in his late 20s. I'm not insinuating that at all, but he's got a job to do today because, you know, the excitement puts eyes on him, but it also takes away some of the attention that we are lacking two of our best, if not best, well, definitely two best attacking players on the side.
When you look at it though, the Merino one, because I've got our fixtures up here. Obviously, we've got Bournemouth today, Shakhtar at home, Liverpool away. Obviously, there's the Preston game, Newcastle, Inter. All in the upcoming month. Is it really chucking him in the deep end today, considering it's Bournemouth away and it could have been, you know, Liverpool, for example?
No, like I said, I'm not even insinuating he's chucking in the deep end. This is Bournemouth. The guy's, you know, been a part of international sides and you know, a good side over in Spain. It's more that I'm excited to see him, but you know, he hasn't got the players around him that we you know would have hoped to see him with. So the extra emphasis, the extra eyes on him today, you know, I'm hoping for a good performance, and I'm hoping that, you know, going into that Liverpool game, he's our starting eight. But today, obviously, it looks like he's been given the 10 role, or would I be mistaken in?
No, he might. You know what? I was looking at the live chat during the starting 11 show, and I didn't know this, but there were a lot of people that were saying during this international break he occupied the 10 for Spain. I don't know if that's correct or not because I saw it in the chat, but if that's the case, then it might make sense because Trossard's a much more natural winger than Merino would be, so he would occupy that spot, and Merino would occupy this position. But how often do we see it where we start playing a player outside of their primary position or their best position, and people are very quick to come to conclusions about their ability as a player? That's the difficulty here, right? Because you don't want suddenly his start to an Arsenal career being slightly dampened by the fact that he was forced to play in a position that he wouldn't ideally be occupying, with a lot of rotation around him, because it makes him look slightly worse than he otherwise might. And I think one way in which that could all be alleviated is if Partey and Rice do their job. But for me, I'm looking at Kai Havertz today, man. I'm looking, not that I'm not every week, but the guy's been, I wouldn't say on fire, but he's had a very, very good start to this season. You know, he's one of the informed strikers in the league. He has the ability, and right now it looks like the confidence, to take this game away from Bournemouth, and then the pressure eases off everyone else, right? And that's something that you want your starting front man to do week in, week out. This is the perfect game for him to say, this wasn't just a little hot streak at the beginning of the season, man. I'm here to stay.
Yeah, Frank, it is a big game, you know, for Havertz. Everyone knows my initial opinion of him, and everyone should know that over this calendar year, I've changed that opinion around, and I'm happily surprised by his output. But this is probably the first game we go into where he's the star of the show in attack. You know, more often than not, it's Saka. Yeah. Because he's always there. If it's not him, it's Odegaard, because up until this season, he's always there. Absolutely. And Havertz is coming off the back of, in my opinion, his best goal for this club. That finish against Southampton was...
off the post and in,
the gunman we talk about, the hitman that I want up top. That's the type of finish that label gunman, hitman brings.
No, of course.
If Havertz can continue bringing that sort of finish to everything else he does, because he does do a lot more than you know, score the goals he scored, I'd be more than happy. But as the star of the show, everything's kind of, in my opinion, confidence-wise, you know, everything's been leading up to a moment like this anyway. I think it's a game that he should be confident to be the man in.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's absolutely no reason for him to not have this have said confidence going into this game. I think he scored, obviously I know we're away today, but I think he scored 7 in his last 7 at home. I think the only other person to do that was Van Persie, correct me if I'm wrong. So, you know, he's a man in form. And obviously if you look at the likes of Raheem Sterling, who hasn't started a Premier League game yet, Leandro Trossard, who, don't get me wrong, has been playing in the Premier League, but not on that left-hand side, I think absolutely you definitely have to be looking at him as the star man today.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, listen, funnily enough, I've had him in my fantasy team from the start of the season.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I had him in when did I put him in? I think I've had him in for the last 4 weeks.
So you didn't have him in from the beginning?
No, not from the beginning.
So you don't rate Havertz?
I don't. Did I have him
Imagine
in?
this.
Let me do a VAR check on this. Hang on.
This? I have Havertz in my team from game week 1, and Mr. Frank Hastings over here doesn't.
No,
like, imagine that.
When did I put him in? I put him in.
Did you have him from the beginning?
Yeah, but I got rid of him for Watkins.
Ah.
And Watkins has been banging, so I'm not really complaining about that one.
Okay. Yeah, back then, man, him and Saka have been in the side from the very beginning.
Listen, I'm not tribal when it comes to fantasy. If there's a Tottenham player that's doing it, I'm putting him in my team. I'm not one of those guys when it comes to fantasy football. It's win by any means necessary. We won't talk about that. It's win by any means necessary.
Yeah, it is all mad. Sorry, let me go to the lineup just to remind people. I think we're a few minutes out from kickoff. Raya in goal, as you know. White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori in defence. So Ben White makes his first start since, I should have that on hand. I don't, but it's been a little while, people, since Ben White's been in the side. So great to see him back. California at left back. Obviously, Arteta talking recently about his preference for his fullbacks to have the stronger foot of that side.
Was it first time since Tottenham? Or
What
is
was
that,
the game
am I going
after
too
Tottenham?
far back?
What was the game after Tottenham? Let's have a look.
After Tottenham,
Did
wasn't
he
it
start
City?
Tottenham though, or did he come off the bench for Tottenham?
I feel like he started, bro. Because he was on Son's flank, innit? And Son did a lot in that first
He
half. I
did
think
start
White
against
started that.
Spurs.
Okay,
he
he
did
started,
start against Spurs.
but he came off the bench in the other one.
Came off the bench. Let's
And
have a
that's
look.
when Arteta said he was feeling something. I didn't want to use him,
But that's because Saka had to come off because of the Trossard red card against City.
So yeah, the last start was Tottenham.
I think that might be it.
So yeah, good to see Ben White back in there. Midfield, and listen, I mean, we're close to finding out exactly how the setup is with the players walking out now. But it's Rice, Partey, Merino in midfield. The assumption pretty much is that Partey is a 6, and we'll probably go with 2 8s.
It looks like Gabriel led the team out.
Yeah, Gabriel's captain today.
He would be. I'd imagine
Gabriel's
so.
captain today. I mean, it feels like the captaincy armband changed up an awful lot this season so early on. I mean, we've seen a few players captain the side so early.
Because our players keep getting bodied, man. This is the problem.
It's starting.
Captain goes down.
to feel
Vice
like,
captain goes down.
I don't want to, curse us in any way, but it's starting to feel like old Arsenal. Remember when we used to get injury after injury after injury?
Yeah,
after
but
injury?
who were we bringing in then?
This is what I'm saying. So this is where it differs in the sense that we've got these big players going out, and we can still afford to bring in a Mikel Merino when the likes of a Martin Odegaard comes out. We can still afford to bring in a Raheem Sterling when the likes of Bukayo Saka comes out. So it does show how far we have come as a club since then.
What is the leadership group? Let's say it's obviously Odegaard's the captain.
Jesus is meant to be vice captain, from what I understand,
Which is insane.
I'd imagine you've probably
definitely
got
have
Declan Rice in there somewhere.
Rice
I'd
in there. You
imagine.
definitely have Saka in there. Gabriel's
Jorginho.
But
obviously
Gabriel's
the
ahead,
captain.
Gabriel's
in
ahead
there.
of Rice because
Jorginho.
today indicates that in terms of captaincy.
Yeah.
Jorginho's been captain when Gabriel's been on the pitch.
Leaders all over the pitch,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm saying.
Yeah, to be honest, it's very
Leaders everywhere,
different. Yeah,
man.
it's very different from that time when, at the end of Wenger's era and Emery's, where the leadership group formed in terms of the title and what it is.
Yeah.
Back then it was very different because I wanted
wanted to lead half of
We were
those men out of the
struggling
club.
to label one leader, and
Yeah.
this guy's come out with a group of them and said, "Yeah, but we've come a long way since then." It's good to have multiple leaders on the pitch anyway.
Absolutely, man.
And Odegaard's done very well in his leadership role. I know he's not playing today, and he's some way off playing. But since we're on the subject, I mean, remember when he was giving captaincy a couple of years ago? Everyone was quite shocked about it.
I wasn't. I remember. I can't remember what show we were on, man. It was maybe a starting 11 show where we were discussing it. Everyone was talking about Tierney or Gabriel. I said I put my house on it, man. I don't usually do this, but I think it's going to be Odegaard. And the only reason I said that is because constantly, whenever Arteta wanted to relay anything on the pitch, it was him that he was calling over.
Yeah.
It was always him. And I think ultimately, with the captain's armband, because he has a leadership group, he doesn't need it to be the sort of front-facing big man. He just needs it to be the person that can conduct on the pitch, and that's why I think he gave it to him. But now that he's out,
by example.
but now that he's out, now that Saka's out, he has given it to the big man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so they're out on the pitch now, so we're close to kick off, people. Just a reminder about our predictions. I see a lot of healthy 4-0s, 4-1s there, so a lot of confidence.
Setford, not Neto, yeah. He can't because
He's
it's Bournemouth.
on loan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
parent
can't because
club.
it's Bournemouth. Okay, okay.
Neto's
Bournemouth, yeah.
useless signing, man. Can't play in the Carabao Cup, and that's it.
And I don't think
that is the definition of a panic, isn't
I don't
it?
think,
they
we're
would have
going to
thought
see
about
him
that.
in the FA Cup, are we? We're going to want to play right
Probably
in the
not.
FA Cup because that's a trophy that
We
you
should.
want to win, yeah.
Of course. I don't want to be seeing Neto alone signing from Bournemouth playing our FA Cup games, please, man.
That was a panic, I think.
And to
in
be
my
honest, even
personal opinion.
Carabao, I mean, there's a lot of excitement about Setford and
there
his
is.
potential. So I'd even say Carabao Cup, I'd probably prefer to see him,
It's fair.
which we might, to be honest, because like we said, Neto's unavailable. The only reason Setford didn't play in the last one was because he was injured, picked up a knock. Who did start? What was his name? The 16-year-old?
Porter. Jack Porter, I think it is. Yeah.
Who did Jordan say it was?
He named the...
It was the Bolton goalkeeper,
Yeah,
innit?
he named the Bolton goalkeeper in his review. I'm forever Arsenal. Jordan's a
I
legend,
love him, man. Big up Jordan.
I must say as well, like this is the first time we're seeing this third kit, and that really looks great.
I
does
don't
look
like
great.
it.
Do you not?
Nah.
I like it.
I don't know. It just it doesn't
Yeah,
look
but
like a
you're
football
I
kit.
wasn't
young,
too.
man.
I
That's
wasn't
why.
too. Huh?
You're young, that's why.
It doesn't
I
look like a
remember these
football kit
kits.
to me.
I remember these.
No, I know, but I mean, the young, yeah, exactly. But you see, these kits, they're just nice,
Yeah.
simple, beautiful.
I mean, this one This goes without saying. That's one of my favourites.
Yeah, 100%.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's strange for us to be wearing white, but the burgundy and gold there.
I
But
know,
listen, back to this. I mean, look at that Monsters Inc. comparison is literally like for like with this
man,
kit. I
that
don't
is-
understand how we came to
The
this.
Sully kit.
That they closed their eyes, dipped it into a bucket of tie-dye and came out and said,
I think
yeah,
that was
this is the one.
concept behind it. It was a tie-dye kit. No, wasn't it? I don't know.
Why?
Went long immediately again.
But
And
just
found
win,
Kai
man.
Havertz.
Tie-dye on no dye, man. Just win.
I think the plan is next season to go back to something similar to that. from what
I've
I've been
seen the
seeing.
plans.
Yeah.
I've seen the plans.
By the way, we have kicked off people. Yeah,
Oh, we
just
have kicked off,
Just
sorry.
for anyone that's wondering.
Don't worry, the eyes are on the screen,
If
man.
you ever
I'm
wanted to know that
rusty.
these men are relaxed, yeah, if you ever wanted to know that these men are relaxed, talking about Monsters Inc., man, we're 37 seconds in.
And it's a throw-in.
Oh, there we
Well,
go.
look, Marino's pretty advanced there, man. It looks like he's on the right-hand side, just behind the front three, sort of the Odegaard position.
Yeah, which would mean what's that? Rice probably. I want to see it though because Rice might be tucked into to Partey a bit closer.
Does look like Leandro Trossard on the left and Sterling on the right
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Let's go.
Is that what you? I forgot what you lot said in starting 11. Was that the preference?
I think,
Actually, yeah, go on.
yeah. So I personally would have preferred to have Sterling on the left, and on the left. Sorry, the reason I thought about that is Sheroy mentioned during the
Nice.
start.
Yes,
so-
Partey.
Hang on, the recovery pace. I think that's one thing that Leandro Trossard lacks is obviously his pace coming backwards. And Ricardo Calafiori isn't the fastest of the defenders. Don't get me wrong, he's got a little bit of pace, but I would rather have Sterling to assist with covering instead of Leandro Trossard, who's one of the key things about his game that he lacks is his pace.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a decent ball.
Unlucky.
I think the Merino Sterling, link up will be interesting because, like I said, the ball slided in between the fullback and left centre back. Sterling loves that.
Let it go.
Ben White out for a throw in.
Lots of new combinations all over the pitch, though, man. If you're looking at White, Sterling, maybe Marino on that side. On the left-hand side, you're looking at Calafiori. Hasn't played with Trossard that often from memory because when Calafiori's been playing, I think Trossard's been playing in that 10 role, right?
Yeah.
Central position. Yes.
So you've got new combinations on both flanks. Again, the only person that's occupying his true position in that front three and his most regular position is Kai.
Yeah.
And that's why, hopefully he can just preserve the status quo and keep things ticking along, man. It was interesting. I can't remember who wrote it. It was in the New York Times, maybe. They were talking about how in the first 7 games, we've gone longer than any other team in the Premier League, and we've done it a lot more frequently than we have previously. Now I understand we played against opposition that like to press and give the ball and get the ball off you, and we've been down to 10 men, so maybe we've been forced to do that. But it was the first thing that David Raya did again here, and he's done it twice now. But he has found Kai Havertz, man. So this is where you need players like Sterling to be playing for those knock-ons, because if Kai's going to win the header, he's not going to be the guy on the end of it either.
I did behind the numbers with James.
a good show. I watched it.
Watch
Really
that if
good
you
show.
haven't,
Really
and,
good
and
show.
he brought those numbers out. And when he brought it out because we're being labelled boring. But what you just said falls in line with it in terms of passes around the back four. And listen, funnily enough, we've been passing it around the back for a hell of a lot in the past 30 seconds. But we are 20th in the league. In the middle third, we are 14th in the league. It's the attacking third that we tend to keep the ball in and get the ball to quicker than we have in the last 2 seasons. So kind of goes against the boring, but it also leans in towards maybe a lack of creativity without Odegaard there. Because the ball's been in the attacking third far more often than it has in any other season on average in the first 7 games.
There's also just a lot of lazy analysis when it comes to Arsenal, because we've had to prioritise defence given the scenario of certain games and the opposition that we've had, right? Just because you prioritise defence doesn't mean that you're a boring team. The way that people were speaking about Arteta, saying that he was turning up in loads of games this season and solely relying on set pieces and playing anti-football and calling him the new Mourinho and whatever. Bro, you need only watch our game start to finish to know that that's not true, man. But in any game, when the objective is to win, you play to your primary strength.
Yeah.
And our primary strength is defending, bro. So 100%. It is
Partey
what it is.
started the game very well, by the way. He just got the ball off Semenyo there as well. A little attack from Bournemouth. And he won the ball earlier in our third as well.
Touch wood, fingers crossed. If we can keep him fit, man.
Integral.
It's a big if, though, isn't it?
That's
Unfortunately.
the
It
problem.
really is a season changer. But my point here is, man, with Rice, with Marino, you now do have the opportunity to not have to rely upon Partey week in, week out, and that could lead to him having that season-long contribution that he's otherwise
Listen, we've got Jorginho there for Carabao games. If we go through in the Champions League early and we can rotate. I mean, Jorginho's still there, going under the radar right now. And listen, I'm not saying he should be going over the radar. What I'm saying is, last season he stepped up when need be, and I think
he started against Tottenham this year, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. When need be, and he's done a role for us in the last 18 months doing that. So, on top of Partey being hopefully better availability wise, we've got Jorginho there as well. So, if there was one of those two that you would give a year extension to come the end of the season, who would it be?
This is a very good
question.
That's
a foul. That's a silly foul as well.
Difficult one.
Silly foul.
I don't know, you know.
Partey, I guess the easy answer is Partey if he has an injury-free season. Well, is it the easy answer?
Yeah, but it is that thing about massive if.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that concerns me about Partey. I think if I had to choose one of the two, this might be slightly controversial, but I would go for Jorginho. Reason being is I think Jorginho gets a lot of unwarranted criticism. Don't get me wrong, he's not going to be starting. We should never be in a position where we've got Jorginho starting every single game. Don't get me wrong.
No, 100.
But apart from the one mistake that he made against Spurs that time, where he gave away the goal, what really has Jorginho done wrong in an Arsenal shirt? I can't really think of anything.
Wrong, no, yeah. But in terms of level, though, he might be a guy that can see games out, or maybe settle the ship, or hold the fort. But he's not the guy to, like you said, rely upon is the answer.
Good defensive
he's turned out to be a good squad player.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I think that was all he was ever supposed to be. When you think about it.
It has to be.
That question, what has he done wrong in an Arsenal shirt? People used to say the same about Kieran Tierney. That can't be the metric when you're looking to overthrow Manchester City. It's not about what you've done wrong anymore. It's about what have you done so right that it's been a match-defining, season-defining performance. And that's the difference, right? And that's why you do get players that we would call good players or decent players getting upgraded upon, because the metric has changed now. And I'm glad it has. Don't get me wrong. But if you're talking about a 1-year extension, I'm assuming they're both fit, all right? I'm just going to have to, because otherwise the answer is easy. Who for me has the highest level of impact when it comes to changing the trajectory of an Arsenal match? For me, it's Thomas Partey. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. I think Partey at his best and Jorginho at his best. Partey changes the game for us more than Jorginho.
If I throw in, so I've asked about Jorginho, Partey, and sorry people, the game is going on. There is nothing really to note on the game so far. We've been keeping the ball well. Bournemouth just had a free kick into the box deep that was headed back in, but caused little problems. Calafiori back to Raya now. So nothing much to note in the first 7 minutes. But if I added to the list, let both go and sign a centre mid, I guess you'd both lean towards that one.
Yeah, 100%.
Who? I can't say who, but I mean,
I wouldn't know who at this time, but I think I don't want to say getting rid of them. Obviously letting them go after the end of their contract, signing that a pretty decent midfielder, and then looking to giving the options for the likes of Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly to become a lot more part of the first team would be the option I would take.
By trade, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's a DM by trade, but he's just been doing fantastically in that left back spot. We saw it a lot in pre-season as well. He's not a natural left back, but he just seems to do so well in that position.
And he goes into the DM role from there anyway, and occupies that kind of left DM role. So. I mean, in terms of who, you know what's interesting, because I mean, right now and up until now, I guess.
That's ours, ref.
They're both looking at each other confused. Like, one of you make the decision. But Jorginho and Partey are our sixes. But I think the idea is that Rice becomes the 6, right? And Merino's the 8. So, then the need to keep both becomes, smaller come the end of the season. So maybe it's a case of buying someone to back up Rice, or if Partey has an injury-free season, year extension, and he's the one to back up Rice there, and we get another number 8 in. If Nwaneri progresses like we all hope he does, then that number 10 position gets healthier already.
Yeah, look, I hear that, man. I hear that, and I know that we've brought in Merino, and I know that we have Declan Rice, so people think that the starting positions are going to be occupied and sort of set in stone.
Nice, let's go.
Go on, Leo.
That's what I'm saying.
Quick break from a Bournemouth corner.
Good turn.
Yeah, but they all got back. I mean, they defended well for that, to be honest, man. It's just, if there's one player that you didn't want on the end of that,
go wide.
It's Trossard.
We needed Sterling on that.
Look for the overlap.
Nice.
Well played.
Ben White.
Box it.
Unlucky.
Take a corner.
Unlucky.
Sorry, B. We went from a Bournemouth corner that was short, got crossed into the box, but it fell short to us breaking, countering, and we was through on goal at one stage in that move, but it was from the halfway line. So
Did you watch the Ben White, Ben Foster interview?
I haven't watched it yet.
no,
It is so funny, bro.
Is it?
Ben White is just like,
First thing he asks is like, "Do you actually like football?"
yeah.
oh yeah, I seen the clip of it actually, but I haven't watched it. No.
To that, his response was, "Look, I don't watch football, but if you ask me to tell you anything about any of the wingers that I'm going to be up against, I guarantee you I can tell you absolutely everything about them. So I study what I need to do for work. You know what I mean? And that for me is enough.
That's all we need.
But what he also said was, he goes, you know what, man? Like,
Gabby,
I don't do the stretching, I don't do the ice baths, I don't do none of that, man. I just sort of go play football and I'm out. He's
Fair enough.
He's a
I mean, it's working.
proper old school
it's working.
old school defender in that. But he's also quite self-deprecating in that he says, perhaps I get away with it because I'm not the quickest and I'm not as explosive as the other people that need to do that. I know that's not part of my game where I excel, and maybe that's why I'm also able to stay fit a lot longer than other people who occupy that position because they're a lot more explosive than me. So yeah, it's an interesting
Sounds
watch. If you got time,
What was
go
it, like
watch
an hour long?
Half hour.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, definitely watch that. I like his character, you know, a lot. Similar to Havertz, they've shown that side of them that you need in winning teams. You need in teams that are going for major honours.
And I know this might just sound really sort of boring, but I just like players that don't run their mouth too much off the pitch.
Yeah.
I like players that don't talk too much and just go and do it. Do you know what I mean? And he's one of them. And he said it himself. They were like, what do you want to do after football? And he goes, I'm not on the media, I'm not on the punditry, I'm not on all of that. He goes, his exact answer was, I might just buy a van, I'd really love to be a dog walker. That was his answer, right? He's just, football for him is work. He wants to be the best he can be. And he said, one of the most like insightful things he said throughout the whole thing was, he goes, look, man, I know I don't have these natural attributes, but the thing that separates me from others, I don't care what it is, I find a way to win. I find a way to win. I know what my weaknesses are, but I find other ways to handle it. And that's exactly the kind of player.
Sounds like a very good interview.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good.
I'm going to get onto that.
And he doesn't do that sort of stuff very often, man.
No, of course, yeah.
12 minutes in now. Ball in our half again. 5 minutes on from the last note. There's nothing to really update on the game. We are keeping the ball well, but Bournemouth are also pegging us back well. We're really struggling to break the lines. Listen, it's only 12 minutes in, so before I get labelled negative and pessimistic, I'm not trying to be that. I'm just saying the initial concerns about the midfield right now are kind of showing in terms of the progressing the ball quick enough to be causing problems, but we are in the Bournemouth half now and we're back in ours. Further back in ours. How you feeling?
Where's Raheem?
Oh, okay. Raheem's on the right. He's just playing very wide.
I think
Case in point.
Nice Havertz. So far he's the one really trying to get involved in the attack. Trossard as well, but look, anytime he picks it up on that left side, he's getting shut down. How's people feeling in the comments? Well, the first thing I see is Quasim say awful football. Well, yeah.
I've seen people saying get Wanyeri on already.
And David said speak louder. Hopefully the audio is fine. Is it a case of us speaking louder? Let us know if the audio is fine, people, because there was another comment about it as well, so just want to make sure of that. Could be just an individual issue. Nice.
That's good, Raheem.
Well
done.
Nice again.
Give the foul.
No, I don't think it is.
It's just a collision. Just one too many. Bournemouth on the ball now.
Partey immediately drops into that back line when we're off the ball.
We backed off quite a bit now. Bournemouth on our box.
Well done, Saliba. Well done, Saliba.
Calm, composed,
I
foot out.
shouldn't even be surprised anymore, really.
This is bread and butter.
I was surprised at how easy they got slowly into our box, though.
Especially because sort of how Southampton scored.
Yeah.
People standing off, and then suddenly, it's just a shot that sort of rolls into the corner. It's the sort of game that when we saw the lineup, we predicted, man. We've not been as free flowing and as direct and as one touch as we otherwise might be, but that's because we don't have a lot of those players on the pitch. But
do you think it's just that, or do you think because an argument could be this was the tweaks that were needed, or Arteta thinks were needed to close that gap and finish ahead of Man City?
Maybe, but one of the reasons I think it is that is because I've been looking at this and there have been opportunities where a slightly more progressive pass in this game could have been played first time, but players have sort of looked backwards, and I don't think that's what Arteta's instruction would have been. But it is what it is, man. Let's go, Benny.
Coming up to 15 in. Frank, how you feeling so far?
I haven't seen anything to concern me too much. I mean, Bournemouth really haven't had a lot of the ball. I think we've had about 60%, 65%
Really?
of possession so far. I'm just bringing up the stats here. You know, the information station lives on. It's here in spirit.
Yeah. Even if you're not sitting separately, man, you'll always be the information station. Bro. Come
We've
on.
seen 65% of the ball so far. Just the majority of that's been in our half.
Yeah, a lot of it has been in harmless
Yeah,
areas.
like
Aside
jinx
from that
stuff.
one break, half break that we had, I can't think of much that we
Yeah,
created.
no,
man.
it's not been.
I jinxed us with that whole 20th in the back line pass.
Yeah, you did.
Because in this game
It's been all of our passes random back.
nice.
That's good
Alright.
from Marino though.
Hopefully he's recovered fully from that shoulder injury.
Came back quick.
He did.
Came
He
back
wasn't
quick.
meant to be back till November. I was quite surprised when I saw him on the. What was the game that he came on in? Was it the Leicester game that he came on in?
Yeah.
Southampton.
Southampton.
I think it was
What was the
Leicester.
one before PSG?
I think it was Leicester.
Yeah.
He came on late
Oh
in
yeah,
Leicester.
Yeah.
Leicester, yeah.
But I think when he came on, it was already 3-2.
Yeah, it was still. Yeah, my point is, I was just surprised to see him in the lineup, considering I don't think he was
Yeah, of
supposed to
course.
be back until November.
Oh my God,
what is
David.
that David? No shot.
Raya gives the ball away. Hand out, apologising straight away. But
Yeah, you can't not.
yeah, it could have been bigger problems than.
I don't know what.
A
So he's
shot
obviously
as well.
tried to go Marino. He's just not
didn't
put enough power on it.
Yeah.
He didn't put enough weight on it. He underhit it.
And the
He
shot
got away with
was
that.
way off. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I think maybe taking the shot
that
there was a
goalkeeper
bit
kit.
selfish, but
That's not our normal kit, is it? The goalkeeper kit. I can't say I've ever seen that.
to be honest, Adidas are taking the absolute piss with goalkeeper kits because they're just giving the same template to.
That's
like
it.
five,
That's
six
it. That's
guys.
it. Look at Raheem.
Go on,
First
go
time.
wide, go wide. That's it.
Go on, Raheem.
Run it in, run it in,
one-on-one.
run it
Take
in,
on him
run
on.
it in, run it
They
in.
haven't doubled
run it
up on
in.
you. They haven't. Oh, okay, now they have.
Okay.
Wonderful, Raheem.
Go on.
Okay.
Oh, I should let it go.
Ni-
That will do.
Ah,
He's done well
unlucky,
there, though. He's
unlucky,
done very well.
unlucky.
Should he have pulled the trigger first time though,
Yes.
man? It opened up a bit.
Yeah,
it
for
opened
sure.
up a bit.
Left
Yeah.
foot? Yeah, I thought he
It
would.
opened up a bit, man. That was good work, though.
I thought he would.
He done well.
That was good work. Chopped in nicely there, Sterling, man. But I just think he could have pulled the trigger. And maybe a player that had started more historically would have pulled the trigger. But is what it is. Back to Raheem. Back to Raheem. Let's see if
Go
you can
on,
do it
straight
again.
at him again, Raheem, man. You know you can get him now. Or them. It's the reserved approach this time. Go on, inside.
Good ball. Good movement, Havertz.
On your
Nice,
own.
nice.
Bang.
We're in the box. Go on, Rice. Just failing to create that little bit of room for the shot.
That's all right. That's all right. It's been the best little passage of play that we've had all game.
Yeah.
100%.
We're getting into it.
Partey.
Yeah, Partey's probably started the game the best out of the lot in midfield. Marino's been good as well.
He has.
Out wide to
Good
Sterling
ball.
again.
Good ball. Nice. Unlucky.
He's tried.
He tried.
He tried to set it off.
But look, it's good to see him take on two men there, beat both of them, and get the ball 2 more times since.
But that was too
We
easy.
need more of that, yeah. That's what Saka brings.
Exactly.
That, yeah.
That was too
With
easy.
that bit of strength and nous in the defensive side of things. Bournemouth on the ball now. So that little 2 minutes we had, got into the box a couple of times. Good work from Sterling initially. But yeah, still 0-0 people. 18 minutes gone.
No shots on target for either side.
No.
I don't believe so. No.
Nothing like a Saturday night televised game with no shots on target in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, one shot each. No shots on target so far.
Bournemouth just outside our box. Player goes down.
Good defending.
Nothing from the ref. Partey with it.
Partey should have been given an option there, man.
He really should
He
have.
was looking around for
Yeah.
a good 7 seconds thinking, yo. Back on the ball defensive third, though. A lot of talk about being sustainable. BW says, I'm really beginning to lose faith. This football isn't sustainable. SR mentioned this isn't sustainable.
It's funny because some people say this is more sustainable, you know.
There's again, you can form that's what football is, though. The opinions and the statistics and history can form either opinion, for or against every argument. I get it, in terms of sustainability, but I've also seen great teams win league titles playing boring football and breaking records at that.
For sure.
Or not playing as exciting as you might remember us to be. I have to remind people sometimes that
Brilliant from Gabby there.
1-0 to the Arsenal was a thing, and it also was part of bringing us success as well. Boring Arsenal was a common chant used against us, and that was also, when we had some success too. So it's not like we've just got to look at Chelsea, Mourinho as an example, or Atletico, Simeone as an example. We were that side before Wenger came in, and Wenger changed it all up in a sense. Listen, Herbert Chapman back in the day, he's well known for his philosophy and style and attacking football and whatnot. But in terms of new gen, Wenger brought it, and it becomes the norm. Generations grow up in it. It becomes part of the furniture. But if we go and win a league title, winning games 1-0, 2-0, defense first, we win a league title. I don't care what comes first.
Go on, Rice.
And that's why a lot of the elder generation take pride in the fact that we're being labelled as boring right now.
Mm-hmm.
And take pride in the fact that we started building from the back, right? I mean, for anyone that watches forever, right, you'll see Jordan always places emphasis on clean sheets, but that's because he would no doubt remember that 1-0 to the Arsenal. And we haven't had it for so long. We are probably one of the most defensively unstable teams in the Big Six for the best part of a decade.
Oh! I like the idea.
Miss-hit cross though, no?
I think he should have done better, man. I think the idea was right.
Runners back post.
Think
But Trossard, look at Trossard here. I think really, a player of his quality, it was a good idea, good option. Look, Trossard.
It is a cross.
He's offside though.
It
I
is,
think he just went too.
A lot's going through Sterling. A lot is going through Sterling.
Good, man. Like, he needs it, we need it.
First time starting successive Premier League games since, what was that? February 23 or 2? They just said it underneath his name. I didn't get to read the whole thing.
Must be 23. Must be.
Has to be, no?
Must be. Surely can't go back that far. He's not had many injuries that recently, has he?
Nah. But did he fall out of favour with Poch? No, he didn't. No.
Go on.
Look at Raheem. He's on his bike.
Okay.
What are we looking at? That was terrible. That was terrible.
Well done, Partey.
He's going to give it because he took the man out first. He did get the ball, but he took the man out first.
That's fair.
Okay, ref, man. It was probably a foul.
Yeah, he's done him. He's done him.
I mean, the player's smart. Put your body there.
Yeah, of course.
But he was well within his right to go for that. I'm glad he didn't get a yellow for that. Some refs would be trigger happy.
For sure.
Partey has been good this season, though. I can't even lie. Many doubts about him, including from myself.
My doubt with him initially was, can we keep him fit, right? But then when I looked at his initial... but then even when he was fit at the early bit of this season, I still wasn't convinced just in terms of his performances. And
the start of the season,
it seemed like there was maybe something lacking in terms of physicality. But then we have to remind ourselves that at the beginning of the season, that's normal, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're going to be lacking a bit of physicality at that position. But it looks like he's growing into the season now. And that's why it's not that easy to drop him, man.
Nah. Listen, Partey on his day, like you said, the only problem was how many days does he have. Yeah. But 2 seasons ago, he started a hell of a lot of games. And he was an integral part of us being a much better team than we was the year before that. Last season, we progressed pretty much without him. Listen, as long as he stays fit, he can be an integral piece of this one as well. I keep on saying to people, that title-winning sides, legends are born off the bench too. Legends are born in rotation. I'm not saying Thomas Partey is either of those. I'm just saying it's a squad game. And
100%.
Thomas Partey, we can protect him some games. He's become vital in the first part of the season. Merino comes back in soon. Odegaard will come back in soon. And
great work, Kai.
We look a lot better. Nice.
Overlap.
Go on.
Good idea.
Too flat.
Yeah.
Trossard crossing to the box flat. He wanted that. He wanted that PSG goal, innit?
Yeah. But
what a goal that was.
Everything Havertz has been doing in terms of hold up and popping it off and then getting into the box, he's looked good so far, man.
Yeah, he's done it clean.
That's it. Point is, we kind of need him on the end of them as well.
David's asking, has Merino played well so far?
He looked all right.
Yeah, he looked all right. I mean, nothing much to say about him so far.
Cut that out.
Oh,
nah, you can't both. We got so lucky there.
Lucky, yeah.
You cannot. I think that was Rice and Poe. This is poor again. This is poor again, man. Poor again. Get back in. You got to be quicker to get back into shape.
Okay, so Merino gave the ball away, but he makes it back by intercepting with Bournemouth in our half. But Sheroy's right to be a bit frustrated there because it was poor of us to let, who was it, Semenyo through at first?
Yeah.
and then follow up with a bad pass, giving it away again. Bournemouth are really pressing when Raya's got the ball.
Well, they've seen he can be shaky. Admittedly, it's only one pass, but you know, if he's going to do it, you might as well.
Well, one
might as
pass
well try
in
it
the
out.
first 20, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You get a few more of those, then you're bound to get one in or on target. Nice, Declan. All right, I have an idea. Cool. Get it back. Let's go. You see, I mean, he's playing well, but he needs to drop that far to get the ball because, yeah, well,
This is the problem.
the midfield is just
Not creating.
a bit slow, really.
Look, if we still have this issue going into the second half in terms of the lack of creativity in that midfield, would you perhaps, you know, maybe be looking to make a change as early as half-time to get some creativity in there?
What would you
Or
do
at
to get
half.
creativity? In
I
the
don't know.
midfield?
This is why I'm asking the question. I don't specifically know what it is that you would do.
I'd bring on Nelly.
Yet. Maybe,
If I had to, I'd bring on Nelly.
maybe take one of the midfield three out, put Leandro Trossard into that attacking position in the 3, and then bring Martinelli on. That's something that I could potentially see happening.
You know what? I think it was similar against Southampton, and we didn't see any changes at half time, did we?
But we created more in that first 10 minutes against Southampton than we have here, bro.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but overall, that first 45 wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, we might start creating in the next 10, but yeah, I mean, probably too early. I've got something here. It says Bournemouth have won the ball back in the final third more than any other team in the Prem this season.
Well, it showed today, man. They've looked good at winning their duels, bro.
They have.
They look good at winning their duels. Why am I always so nervous when Arsenal play football? I need to sort myself out, man.
Nice from Saliba there, but we're forced back to Raya
Look at
again.
the press
I mean,
straight away.
Yeah, they're good.
this game in the first 26, Raya's touched the ball a hell of a lot.
How many touches has he had? Let's have a look.
Havertz trying to get
He had 23
Rough down.
touches, David Raya.
23.
23 already. I think that's more than some of our midfielders.
I mean, Partey's
Marino's only had 19 for context.
There you go.
Partey's had a hell of a line, innit?
Rice 19.
That was
what's
horrible.
going
He's
on?
gonna get at least a yellow for that. He's
He
gonna
might
get at
get a
least
red.
a yellow for that.
That's not a
Might
red.
He's
get
gonna
a
get at
red.
least a yellow for that. But that was a
Surely
poor
not.
pass, man. That was a poor pass.
I didn't see who the pass was
Why
from.
do we do this
You know what's
stupid
peak?
shit?
Is he?
Okay.
Okay. That's fair.
Can VAR? So VAR can't get involved now, innit?
No.
He's made
So
a
they
decision,
can't, unless they think it's serious foul play, I think.
bro.
Nah, that's not.
No, but when you're the last man, any
Yeah, but is that an obvious goal scoring opportunity from that high up the pitch?
There's a lot
I
to be
think
done.
so, man.
You think?
I mean,
There's a lot to be done with Ben White coming back. The key
okay,
is Ben White's coming
okay,
back.
fair,
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, Ben White there was.
But that's a horrible pass, man.
Who was that?
I think it was Trossard.
That was horrible. I think that's an understatement.
Ah, now they're looking at
They
it.
say don't
They're
play it
looking at it.
across.
They're
This
looking
guy
at it.
played it back and
In
across.
the air.
They're looking at it.
I
No,
think.
they-
I think.
No, I don't think they are.
No.
Whilst there's a break in play, there's a super chat here from Pratamesh. Why doesn't Arteta give youngsters any opportunities? The midfield is so pedestrian. Could have done this with Wanyeri's spark.
I guess the risk element,
Yeah.
but we judge. I guess after the fact.
Oh, Howard Webb's here, is he? Fantastic.
He's probably looking at it saying, "Yo, it's a
Sitting
red."
there like an Ofsted inspector.
They are checking. Oh, no.
I thought if the ref makes a decision, it's done.
If you look at the challenge, yeah,
Oh, they're going to a monitor. He's going to be sent off here.
and that means he'd miss the Liverpool game, and it's William Saliba.
He's getting sent off here, isn't he? I think the only consolation is that Ben White could probably get back.
That's
in that
what I'm
position.
saying. And also,
but
I
the
mean,
thing is, I'm hoping they see that. We can see it.
Oh, the fact that they've
The
made him
problem
go
is
back.
They miss stuff like this.
I think they've only stuck with their own decision twice. He's getting sent off.
Right, Ben White's there.
He's getting sent off. But I'm looking at the actual challenge. I don't know what Saliba really does.
I think there's a little bit of a pull. I don't know if there's a pull of the shirt. You have to. See
They
it
need to
from
look at
closer
that
in.
as well. You can't just look at this.
It's
What
an
is the
arm on
contact?
shoulder.
That's a terrible pass.
Can't see
Who
Ben
was
White
it?
from there.
Trossard.
I think it is Trossard.
Come on, ref, man.
He's going
Be
to say.
wise.
But
No, I say be wise. I said it's a red straight away. So,
No, but they need a clearer view on the.
Gone.
He's gone.
fucking hell, man. Fucking hell.
That's 3 red cards this season.
It's a fifth red card today as well.
And now we don't have Saliba against Liverpool. Because it's the Champions League midweek, isn't it? It's not the Carabao. Well, it's a straight red. It would be more than one game, wouldn't it?
That's 3 games or something, no?
Depend-
I don't
I
know,
think
man.
they
Nah, it's
review
not
it
violent
depending on the
conduct. You know what?
severity.
Fucking hell. Trossard, well done. Saliba, well done. You shouldn't have fouled him. You shouldn't have fouled him.
Saliba's
The guy's
recovery
got
pace is good enough to
45
get
yards.
back.
You
You
shouldn't
know-
have fouled him. But Trossard, what are you doing?
My counter.
What are
What
you
can
doing?
Saliba do there? He's been left in no man's land.
Yeah, just leave.
essentially.
You know what? I would have accepted it more if you left him. Just leave the yard of space and make sure you don't touch him.
But his recovery pace is good enough to get back.
Because the Liverpool thing is peak now. It's peak. All right, well, Timber can come back. Ben White can say, this is,
Yeah, but we got to win
we're
this
already
game.
doing maths
We got to
for
win
next
this
week.
game.
I know you're right. What do we do? What do we change up? Declan Rice goes centre back.
You need a proper pacey outlet on the left-hand
Declan
side.
Rice goes centre back. Marino tucks in double pivot with Partey.
I mean, you.
But we've got no excitement
yeah.
in attack. Martinelli might need to come on ASAP.
That's it. Because then you at least have a pace outlet. And Martinelli's defensive work is incredible. But if he's injured, do you really want him putting in a shift against 11 men when we're down to 10 with an hour to go?
So I don't know how accurate this is. I'm gonna have to see it again. But there's someone
People are saying it's offside.
super chat here from Upside In. I don't know if it was in their half or not though. I'm gonna look for a replay. If it's in their half, then obviously not. But
How can it be offside if we played the ball?
That's what it is.
There you go, man.
Trossard.
What are people
Yeah.
saying out here, man? You're making me want to blame
Giving me
someone
hope.
else, man.
Giving me hope. Yeah, the ball comes from Trossard.
Saliba, man, that's foolish. Trossard, like, come on, man. I don't understand how he fought that ball. Like, what was he doing? What was he actually doing? I need to see this again.
He needs to make up for it. He
Have you
absolutely
seen his
needs to
first
make up for
25
it.
minutes?
I know. But when this happened against Brighton, we didn't get ourselves sorted quick enough and they scored quickly. That can't happen here, man.
I'm not about to moan about that red card. There's nothing wrong about that red card.
Yeah, but what is this, man? More than like a third of the games that we played this season, I've had to sit here and watch us play with 10 men.
Yeah. Yeah, the first two, listen, I'll say all day the game's gone. This one here, I said straight away that's a red. We can argue recovery pace and all that, but I mean, when you see that image, a man running through and, you know...
Put the shoe on the other foot. I'm screaming for a red. Innit? I'm screaming for a
100%.
red.
Red.
Yeah.
All day.
But there seems to be a lot of confusion as to why it's not offside in the chat, and I can confirm it's because the ball has come from an Arsenal player, so he wouldn't be considered offside, whilst he was in an offside position.
But it should be only a one game because it's not violent conduct. But listen, that
They'll
one game is
review it.
Liverpool.
You know how
Good
they
defending
are.
captain. Good defending captain. Why can we not just make life
So-
easy, man?
What are we? Is Rice come back into defence now? What are we doing right now? I can't quite.
It
work
looks it.
out.
It looks it. Yeah, it looks like he slots in between both centre backs, or the one centre back that we have on. But he turns it into a back five.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just silly, man.
A lot
This
of
is
people saying a
very
straight
silly,
red is a
man.
3-match ban. I don't know how it seems to be changing constantly.
I thought it's straight. I thought it's different.
It's dangerous.
I thought if
It's dangerous play
violent
if it's three in it.
conduct
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
or a dangerous tackle is free, but maybe professional. I don't know, man. Listen, they change rules every.
I'm
game.
not even trying to unpack it. We need to win this game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
and
deal with that
we need to
later.
win this
he
game.
misses Liverpool. That's the one.
Yeah.
Like whether it's 3-2-1, it's Liverpool. 1 game ban for a professional foul, we're being told. So
Okay.
I'll worry about that after the full-time whistle, man. We need
Yeah.
3 points today. We need 3 points today. Trossard, you need to step up, man. And it was definitely Trossard, yeah?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and cuss him out if it wasn't him, but it looked like it was him.
whoever it was, that was a moment of madness. That's me putting it very, very, very nicely. And then Saliba shouldn't be doing that.
I know.
Like it's.
Well, listen. Thankfully, it is only a one match ban, because if he was a 3-game ban, he'd be missing Liverpool, Newcastle, and Chelsea.
Listen, the impact of this we could still feel today.
Yeah.
Let alone Liverpool. And if we
Good
feel
work,
the
Ben.
impact of it
Good
in
work,
2
Ben.
games,
That's a foul.
Well done,
Frank, we know. We just spoke
Unlucky.
about at the beginning how important every game is. So
Just as a potential option, though, obviously, I know we still worry about this game.
Good pass.
Come on,
Thomas,
I'll
that's
come back to
beautiful,
that. That's
man.
fine.
This guy, come on, man.
Raheem,
Who's
you're not
with
going to
him?
do this yourself. Give it to
He's gone
Okay,
wide.
okay,
That's
let's
good.
go. Just run at him. Make a good run there. Who's that? Marino.
Good work, Raheem.
Well done. Box.
Go on.
Go on.
Got to
Marino.
score. Got to score.
He's completely missed. He's saying there's contact.
Oh, you have to score there, brother. They stood off you, and he could have gone either side of the goalkeeper. And he connected. Did he drag?
Is there contact?
No,
though?
he went the right seat. He tried.
No, there's
He
no
dragged it a bit,
contact.
man. He dragged it a bit. Sterling's looked all right, man.
Yes.
Sterling's looked good.
Yes. Kind of shit is this, man? Another like.
Wow. It almost feels like a loss at the moment, doesn't it? Like
It's feels
like we're losing.
It's
It's
the
0-0,
impact of it, man. It's the impact of it. Can we win this game? We should win this game. I'm still gonna say we should.
we find ourselves at a disadvantage against Bournemouth away.
Oh, don't be
that's-
doing that,
See,
man.
this is now worrying because
One more of those. If we go to 9, that's it. We might as well call it a day. Oh my God,
Left
he
him.
done both.
Left him.
good save, Raya.
That's
Good
a
save.
very good save from Real because that was a good strike. He left 2 man.
And this is what we meant about Semenyo. There you go.
Both of you got sucked in. Come on, man. Speak to each other. Just gonna build his confidence now.
What?
Kivio's coming on.
Really?
It's going to be Trossard off.
I mean,
Oh, Raheem. But he's been our best player.
Oh my God,
He's been our
taken
best
Raheem
player.
off. And this is,
He's been our only real attacking threat, man.
I can't believe he's not taking Trossard off right now. I really can't believe it. He even made the mistake.
sorry?
Raheem's actually done some things in this game. Listen,
What?
okay, we got 60 minutes or so left, man. He's done things before that's made sense come the end of it, so let's just hope this one makes sense come the end of it, because right now it doesn't. I mean, especially when you consider he took Saka off against City and left Martinelli on the pacing behind. I would have assumed that we would have kept Sterling on the pacing behind in this one. Right now,
Who's the outlet here?
we have no pace. Like right
Who's the
now,
outlet here?
if they head this corner
Trossard
out,
to Havertz.
exactly. If they head this corner out and it's 3-on-1 in Arsenal's favour, it'll be 3-on-7 in the next 10 yards
thing that
because
now
none of them
cons-
have got pace.
This is what I'm saying. There's now zero pace up top. You know, Havertz isn't the fastest. I was pointing it out before the game. Trossard is one of his only negative things about his game is his lack of pace and clearly decision making. But that's now a concern.
You know what? We need to make it to half time, not concede.
Yes.
And then we need to, in the second half, find a way to win this game.
Get rid.
Because that sub to me is a
It's crazy.
let's go for a draw sub.
No,
do you get the feeling?
I can't help but agree.
But we
with
do
you.
that every time we go down to 10.
Yeah, but
In fact, it was only the Brighton game where we even created anything on the break, but the vast majority of that was because Saka was on the pitch.
But you know what, Brighton and City, I'll give it to him to make that move. Do you get it?
I know what you mean, bro. But
Bournemouth, it's just like surely Declan Rice can slot in centre back and you can hold it until half time and then assess what you need to do. Raheem off now, you know, it's Raheem off. TV's gone off. Oh, it's back on.
Damn. It's a
Leandro.
double whammy. Red card, and then our most threatening player going forward has been taken off the pitch.
But you know, I mean, how many times do we need to be put in a position where we give the referee a decision to make? This is what I don't understand. And there's an element of professionalism that has to come into this now. And just because it's SALIBA doesn't mean that he's immune from criticism. I know I've been cussing Trossard for the past, but you know that your recovery pace is impeccable.
Yep.
You know that even if you're side by side, there's no guarantee he's going to get past David Raya, who's arguably been our player of the season. What's the need to make contact in that situation?
I want to see what the contact is because I genuinely don't believe there is.
But
that
even
much
if you put an
contact.
arm on him, what's the need in that situation? That's what I mean,
There-
because you're giving the referee
yeah.
a decision to make.
There isn't much contact, Frank, but his arm touches his shoulder. The
Yeah,
fall
I'm
is the
looking at
fall
it
is
here.
genuine in terms of the contact and that's what did I say as soon as it happened? I said red. I saw the arm go out. I mean, you can argue Ben White's gonna make it back, but you can argue the guy goes through and goal and scores. So that's what, you know, SALIBA shouldn't have done that, but Trossard is just, I don't know if it's equally as more than foolish. That pass, terrible.
Semenyo's having a field day now.
Luckily, he ran off the pitch. Trossard, we need one of those cold goals and celebrations again because right now you're in debt in this game.
Well, the only way that we're going to win this, given the way that we set up now, is either a set piece or hitting them on the break.
can't even get.
And I'm
forward to
looking,
get a
I'm,
set
but I'm
piece.
look, I'm looking at who we can hit them on the break with right now, and who the options are on the bench. The only reason I can imagine that he hasn't brought Martinelli on is fitness, but that's why it makes it even more confusing to me as to why he took Sterling off.
Bro, look at.
I
look
really
at the
don't
team.
understand why Sterling has come off.
Sterling and Saliba were the two fastest players we have in the squad in the starting 11. They're both off the pitch.
I just think he doesn't trust Sterling's
There is a
defensive work.
severe lack of pace in this team.
I just don't think he trusts Sterling's defensive work. That's the only reason, surely. And we have seen Sterling get sort of blown past by Semenyo a couple of times. That has to be
But
it.
Trossard is not an amazing defensive player either.
Yeah,
Like he works harder for sure.
Sterling at least has the pace
But-
to get back. Yes, he might not, but I'm sure.
I mean, I've seen a few people say another bullshit red card. Listen, people, there's
It's
no.
No, it's fair enough.
It's not-
It's
I'm not
it-
complaining
this
about
ain't
it.
one of those.
It's fair enough.
Trossard, foolish. Saliba, silly. Red card, deserved. Full stop. Like there ain't no debate here about it.
Super chat here from Abdullah. I think we've got enough practice to win with 10. I really hope you're right.
Well, when have we won with 10 this year?
Exactly. Semenyo here, getting it in. Raya collecting.
Oh no!
He made up
Right,
for it.
he's recovered
He made
well
up
there.
for it.
Raya let the ball go.
But he's recovered
Followed
well
up by I didn't see what player it was,
He
and he
made
makes a
up for
great
it.
save. But listen, again,
That's twice now.
Semenyo's finding some success down Bournemouth's left. Another strike on goal block there. They're back in our box again.
This is looking ominous.
We are under the cosh here.
This is looking ominous. We need to get to half time.
Look. I saw a couple players there give up in duels.
Tearing us apart.
Look, you brought Kivior on to get smoked. Come on, like, what other defenders we got on this bench? We ain't got one, have we?
Zinni.
Zinni's not a defender though. Like, there's no wonder Kivior's on. At 41 on the clock, people coming up to 42, 3 minutes, and then whatever's added on, probably a couple considering the red card. Aside from that, yeah, we're looking at 5 minutes to go and then half time. I'm hoping we keep it as is.
Just keep it at 0-0 for now.
Okay, Arsenal throw. That Semenyo move to the other side's worked for them so far, though.
I mean, the worrying thing is the amount of success that Semenyo's having. It kind of gives you the impression that it's only a matter of time with him. And what can you do to lock him off in that situation?
We're going to have to... Ben White's going to have to do a job. He's going to have to go...
He's not as quick as him.
He's not. But at least Ben White's got that, edge to him that...
And the person that usually helps him out on that flank coming back is Saka.
Yeah.
And Timber ain't around.
Free kick looks like we're lumping it forward, people. Yep, exactly that.
Take the pressure off the back line a bit. They're going to have to.
We win the first ball. Bournemouth head it out for an Arsenal throw. Calafiori got the ball in his hands. Takes a quickish throw. Saw an opportunity.
Can't give the ball away here.
But we've got it.
Can't give the
Calafiori
ball away
back.
here.
Okay.
Ricardo's done well there.
Back in our half. Back with Raya. And Bournemouth are pushing up now. 2 to go.
This is the problem. Because whenever we get the ball back, we're going to be tired, man, because of how much we're having to defend now.
Here we go.
No yellows, please.
Look at them flooding.
Well done,
Rice.
Declan.
Well done.
Well done, Declan.
If you got that
Let's go.
pass out, that was problems.
They're on Trossard, man. He's had nothing today. Look at that. He's had nothing today.
Trossard ain't been great starting games, man. Like
But he's been really bad today, bro.
he has been.
Yeah.
He has been. But they're doing what you need to do against Trossard. Close him down. Don't let him turn on you.
Yeah.
You keep his back to you. It's an easy job. The problem with Trossard is when he turns you face to face, you don't really know which way he might go, and a bit of trickery. But they've locked him down, and that's where the misplaced pass comes from, because he didn't want to get something in his back, so he gets rid of the ball quickly, foolishly. Oh, unlucky, man.
No Saka, no Odegaard, no Saliba, 10 men.
No Sterling, Martinelli injured. I mean, I had the Sterling thing in because I'm confused as to why he's off the pitch.
I don't get that.
And this is coming from someone who's confused as to why we signed him. But that first
He was our best
25
player.
minutes.
He was our best player.
Clearly. The only threat came from him. Let's be real.
Super chat from Akil says, as much as Saliba was a donut, Trossard has cost us.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Saliba in that moment, okay, still foolish. Trossard is the bigger problem in that scenario. But, you know, Saliba could have let him go. His one was more instinctive, I guess. Merino wins it back.
Go on, Kai.
Oh, my God.
Havertz was the only option there, man. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is there an overlap?
No.
Man, why'd you stop? Go on.
Now there is.
Yeah, but
He gets
Semenyo's
to
there.
it.
Semenyo's there.
Okay.
So there's a severe
literally-
lack of pace in this team.
Literally. Well,
Severe lack of pace.
Go on, Deckers.
Go on, Deck.
nice,
Good.
Declan. Oh. God.
You had time to bring it down, Thomas. You had time to bring it down.
Another super chat here from Brito Ortiz. All this stems from the Disgracia things. PGMOL punishing Arteta.
No, that was a red.
It was a red. I completely agree.
Come on, man. That's a red card, man. Not everything's a conspiracy.
As I said, super chats flying in. Mr. Lee says, about time y'all stop talking about 5-0 every game. I'm not sure.
I said 1-0.
You said 1.
I said 3-1.
3-1. Thanks.
You know, people hear one or two comments or see one or two tweets, and it's the whole fan base that said it.
He's in behind.
Too easy again.
Good work.
Well played, Kivio.
Well done, Kivio.
Corner. 4 minutes added done, and we've already played a minute, coming up to a minute and a half.
It's
So
the VAR check. That's probably what it
yeah,
was.
I didn't think it was that long, but
It's good defended.
that Sterling thing, it just confused me.
It can only be because he doesn't trust him defensively. There's no other reason, bro. There's no other reason. Yes.
Right.
But bro, the change he made
I know.
has opened us up more defensively. Did you get what I mean? Like, I would have preferred Rice right centre back at the moment. The way Kivio started there in the last 5 minutes, been beaten a couple of times in behind there, done well to get back. But I know they're going to be talking at half time saying, "Yep, get at him again."
I want to know what the halftime instruction is, though, man. Is it try and get a draw and live to fight another day, or
It better not be.
wow?
But that,
With this much of a Premier League game
that
to go
sub
away from home,
that sub indicates it is.
with
I would.
how
we-
long was on the clock when the red card happened? Half an hour?
Probably not even that. Let's have a look.
You're talking about an hour of a Premier League game away from home.
The instruction definitely is, especially with that sub, is priority, don't
Clean
concede.
sheet. Yeah.
Secondary, try and take your opportunity if you can find one. So for me, it's Sterling would have been the one to keep on. That just kind of kills the game in attack for us.
Yeah, such a terrible pass. I have no idea what he's thinking. There's just no need for it. You can bring it down, bro.
So tight on him. So they've got into his head, Trossard. They've been so tight on him all game. He wanted to move it quickly, and he done that. Because you're right.
He
Hold
could have
that.
just taken a touch. Anything.
Guys, just to confirm, I can see the super chats. We'll just see out the rest of this first half, and then we'll get into them at half time.
Second watch along in a row I've been on here where I feel like I'm going to yak. Come on, man.
And quietly, Partey's had a good first half.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So the likes of Thomas Partey have had a good half. Sterling looked good, but unfortunately that's been overshadowed by a moment of madness.
Nothing silly there, Thomas. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Ushered him away. Ball in from bottom.
Let it go.
Oh, mate. 45 minutes to go with 10 men, people. Not the first time this season. I've got a super chat here from Abdullah. Says, why not play 3-5-1 with Gabby, Calafiori and White? Make no subs, even just for 10 minutes to see how it goes. Too soon from Mikel. Panic move, in my opinion.
I think that's a fair.
But do you think there was an element of what I was saying earlier? He didn't get defensive enough quick enough against Brighton, and they scored
Half-time.
within a few minutes.
Half time.
That might be the issue.
0-0. Cameras are on Trossard.
I'd still look to get Martinelli on for the second half. We need some pace injected into this team. We need, and I think I would make the change immediately.
But then
going into the second
the
half.
problem is he on the bench because he's a big risk. Because then you don't want to lose him for Liverpool as well, do you?
But then the counter to that is, would he be on the bench if it was that much of a risk?
Yeah,
Would he be part of the squad? Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one. It really is. Let's just take a quick look at the stats going into this, going out at half time. It's been a complete 50-50 in terms of possession. In terms of shots, we've seen 7 with 2 on target. Bournemouth had 7 shots with 2 on target. We've had 3 shots, still yet to see a shot on target as well. So that's not the best looking from Arsenal so far, Turkish.
No, it's not. I mean, even up until the red card, we was struggling to create chances and struggling to really, take the game to Bournemouth, I'll be honest. So it's not like the red card has changed the game. I think the red card has given them more of the ball and more of the confidence that they can get something or get everything from this game. But we wasn't great in that first half, far from it. Before the red card and after the red card, that substitution. I mean, we'll see in the second half how we set up and what we get out of this game. But, if Martinelli is available, he is ready to come on, then yeah, I'd be looking to make that move as swiftly as possible. I think Bournemouth finished that half pretty confidently. They was getting at Kivior, getting at Ben Whiteside quite a lot and finding some success. So I'm sure they're going to start the second half in similar fashion, attacking that side.
Absolutely. And obviously, I know this game's not finished here, but with SALIBA now out, any potential ideas on how we could see that back line against Liverpool?
Well, if Timber was as close as Arteta said he was today, I mean, it picks itself. It depends who you want. Timber right centre back or Ben White right centre back. Both can do that job. Both have done that job before. So that side of things, I'm okay. But either or, it's still, in my opinion, a drop off from Saliba. Like, we have got strength in depth in the defensive department, but Saliba's kind of the boss in defence. He's the one that, albeit young, on the ball, the most composed, the most assured, kind of, the leader of it.
He's
all.
also the pace in the back line as well.
Yeah, so I think personnel picks itself. Timber will probably go there, if not Ben White, and Timber goes right back. But yeah, because Kivior hasn't come on and in the first 4 minutes made a big claim for that position. That's for sure.
No, of course, absolutely. We're going to run through a few super chats here as well. Another one from Abdullah, who's been very generous today. Martinelli for the last 30 minutes minimum. We need him in both boxes. Another note: we as AFC should compete with 10 men. We can't always be pressed. A double super chat here from H. I think he corrected a spelling mistake. There needs to be a mass debate on this referee.
I think you just got taken.
I think
you just got taken. I think you just got taken with that super chat.
Oh no.
Yeah, sorry, man.
No.
Your day just got worse.
Each to their own.
Yeah.
If that's what you think, then
right. On the referee.
What's your channel?
On the referee is wild.
Plug your Insta or channel now. And
on the referee is wild.
You can do that over there.
Oh my god. Turkish, take away the super chat.
You asked, bro. You said you can do them. And I said, cool.
I thought he was just saying the referee needs to be spoken about.
Well, on your channel, what time you going live? It's all mad.
Oh my god.
Oh my days. You know
Cheers,
this thing about you. Let me change the
Cheers.
subject for you.
Cheers.
Let's get away from this now. This thing about Arsenal needing to sort of carry a threat against 10 men, yeah?
Yep.
I completely agree with it in principle. But if we were to carry a threat in this situation, players like Saka and Odegaard are so integral. Players that can guard the ball, players that can hit you on the break, right? Players that have efficiency, players that have end product. If they're not here, do you think this is Arteta playing the percentages and going, you know what, man? I don't have the personnel available to be able to handle this right now. This is what I've got. That's the worry.
Doesn't that equals light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it equals light because we just got another red card, bro. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It equals light because we got another red card. Because before the game, we weren't sitting here saying that we don't have enough to beat Bournemouth. It's because of another red card.
Yeah.
And I remember at the beginning of Arteta's tenure, man, there was a lot of ill discipline. There were a lot of red cards. Now, I'm not saying that the Rice ones and the Trossard ones were guaranteed red cards, for example, or a mark of ill discipline. But if the Premier League has briefed you as to those, the Trossard one certainly was stupidity after the Rice one. And now this one, when you know that the player's going to go down if you touch him, this is also, it's unprofessional from Saliba.
Yeah,
I can cuss Trossard all I want for this, but it's unprofessional from Saliba to put his hands on him like that.
And he knows it. Look. Yeah, it's not one
No one's
moment
complaining
argued.
there. No one's complaining there. That's the problem. Denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity. The considerations are the distance between the offence and the goal, mileage, general direction of the play towards goal, likelihood of a keeper gaining or control. Keeper wasn't getting there.
Likelihood of keeping or gaining.
Keeping.
Which is, likely.
50-50. Location and number of defenders. It's only really Ben White there, yeah?
If at best.
So you're saying that looks like two considerations could go for us?
I'd say 2.5. Because I'd say he would have been in control of the ball.
But okay.
But even that, we're doing listen. Even 20 years ago, you see something like that, you're saying red card last match.
But it has to be clear and obvious for it to be overturned. No, is that not still the rule for VAR to get involved and for it to be overturned? Was a yellow in that situation?
I can't
clear
argue
and
because the first thing I said was was red.
And I said at least a yellow.
Yeah,
knowing
so
that
I
knowing
can't
what was
argue
coming in,
against
knowing
it
what was
now.
coming.
If I was ref there, I would have pulled out the red card.
I think it is maybe a clear and obvious error in that case because I was thinking the same thing.
Clumsy from Saliba, man.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
That's putting it nicely, man. I mean, like I said,
But there's not that much contact. This is the player's going to go down.
It's
Don't
enough.
get me wrong.
It's
you
enough.
know the player's
It's
as soon as he
enough.
feels anything, he's going down.
And the fall was natural to the contact. It wasn't like
I know.
it was.
And he was behind him. That's the problem. He was behind him. But this is why you don't give the referee a decision to make in this instance, man, because you know which way it's going to go.
Yeah.
You know which way it's going to go. Bro, you 1-0 down away at Bournemouth, cool, with 11 men on the pitch. But 0-0 with 10?
Why are they rewinding and fast forward?
I think they're just trying. I think they're probably dissecting Ben White's positioning here, obviously, because you're getting that wide angle. That is so.
You got to
bad
look at
from
where the
Leandro
ball
Trossard.
lands. The guy's going to go onto that ball.
Yeah.
He's going to take one touch, and he's either going to be into the box or whatever.
I mean, it does look like a bit of a tumble as well. Is it? I don't know. The super chats are flying here, and I'm now going to proceed with caution. Darren AFC says we have a serious disciplinary problem in the team. Don't think I've said anything wrong there. Joe Wright says this.
I don't think that's a disciplinary problem.
But it's like, what is it?
More foolish.
I think they're more talking about the amount of red cards.
I think it's intelligence and professionalism. That might sound a bit too harsh, but honestly, you know what's going to happen if the player goes down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's only so many. You know how we sat here and during the international break we were like, oh yeah, we dropped points, but it was only because we were down to 10 men. Well, how many more times can you say that though before it becomes an issue, man?
And to be honest, credit to the ref in terms of he watched different angles and he took a little time there. And listen, I mean, if anyone's blaming the ref for anything, I think first half he pretty much got everything spot on.
Well, he gave a yellow initially, man. He was kind initially.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he was trying to keep the game going, but he was told by those who looked at it, mate, you're going to have to go and look at that again.
Yeah.
Joe Wright says the ref has really pissed me off. No need for it at all. Liverpool, Newcastle, and Chelsea make us less secure. Discipline in this team is shocking. I think he's probably referring to the games for Saliba, but it's only the one match ban from what I understand, which means he misses the Liverpool game.
I'm not even thinking about Liverpool.
know,
We got to win this
I know.
game, bro.
Of course.
We got to win this game.
Imagine we don't drop points in 2 games in a row.
No, not ideal. Not ideal at all. Nick saying it's clear from the close-up that contact was minimal. A yellow was fair. The referee only got to see 2 far away angles, while Sky viewers saw a close-up.
Well,
So
remember I was saying, what did he actually do? But the point is, when you're behind the player, he's going to be one-on-one, and it's clear that there is contact, and you have put your hand up, you have given the referee a decision to make. Mm-hmm. And the minute VAR took him to the screen, you knew what time it was. Mm-hmm. You knew what time it was.
Yeah, no doubt. He-Man here says, on the plus, Partey looks good.
Yeah, ball minute. Yeah. But who's going to be talking about how good Partey looks if we lose this game?
100%.
Another super chat here. Sterling should be nowhere near this Arsenal team. I think that's extremely harsh.
Why?
Well, after this 20 minutes, 25 minutes, it's harsh for sure because he's the one that kind of shone in attack.
After Arsenal says we need Martinelli's pace on the left. This was a question that I asked Turkish while he was away, Sheroy. In my personal opinion, I do believe we should be looking to get Martinelli on from the start of the second half.
If he can, that's the point.
If he can. But
that's the point.
The counter argument I had was if he's that much of a concern, should he be in the squad at all? If you understand what I'm saying.
Look, if you're looking at taking a player to Bournemouth and you hope to give them 10, 15, 20 minutes, you're hoping to bring them on in an ideal scenario, yeah? Mm-hmm. Even if you're not, you're hoping to bring them on when it's 11 against 11, bro. The amount of work that Martinelli's going to have to do now to be the defensive player that we're going to need him to be, but also be the pace outlet, not ideal when you're sitting there with a little twinge. Yeah. That's the problem.
That is true, actually.
That's the problem.
That's a tendon, isn't it? I don't know. Was it a tendon injury?
I have no idea, man.
I'm sure
no
it was
idea.
tendon, it said, but...
I'm not too sure.
And that's one, that you don't want to be coming on. The first thing you're doing is running all over the gaff, defending and high intensity.
That's it.
Super chat here from Claudio says Mehdi Taremi was the master of diving. He taught all the players at FC Porto. I think he's referring to the fact that Evan Nilsson was a Porto player. Sabrina De Silva says, how can VAR intervene with a yellow card? I think it's pretty obvious. I think it was a clear and obvious. I think you agree.
Oh, is that what they said? Yeah.
Yeah, clear and
is that the
obvious
rule?
error.
Yeah.
I'd imagine so.
If the decision they feel is a clear and obvious
Yeah.
error, then it can be re-looked at, I guess.
Super chat here from Christian says, should have let the man go. Worst case, 1-0 down, and
Yeah.
we'll just repeat Southampton. We can still go with
Yeah.
this though. Come on, you Gunners. PS
100.
Sterling looked good today.
Yeah.
It's a shame we're saying
yeah.
that at half time.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And then one final super chat here from Ali. We're in the thick of it. Everybody knows.
Yeah. Yeah, what we've got to do is go out and have a big 45, get the 3 points.
100%.
Because I don't think... Listen, a draw is not a loss 100%, but this ain't like Brighton and this ain't like City. This is one that I still feel we should win. Against Brighton and City, I
100%.
felt like the red card, okay, I can understand, setting up to get what we can from the games. This one, I still think we need to find a way to make it work.
Marino should have scored that chance,
He really should have.
I can't
And to
stop
not
thinking
even hit
about
the
that.
target
I can't
is
stop
crazy.
thinking about that. He could have gone either side of the goalkeeper there, man.
Martinelli had a problem with his calf, apparently, I'm being told. So
Yeah, but that from what we've seen with players like Tomiyasu, for example, is one that you can easily aggravate.
Yeah.
And it becomes a real problem then. So do you want to risk him?
especially with high intensity
In a game
running
like this?
when you've taken off the only other player you have that can do a similar role. I mean, the problem now is
That's the chance.
Bournemouth score, we are forced into Martinelli coming on this pitch.
Yep.
That's also what the Sterling sub has done. If Bournemouth get a goal, we are forced to bring Martinelli on.
Unless you bring on Ethan.
But even that would be crazy to me. If you're not starting Ethan against Leicester or Southampton, how are you bringing him on 10 men away to Bournemouth when you're 1-0 down?
Because you haven't got a pace outlet and Martinelli's not fit. He's the only option.
Yeah,
I mean, when you put it that way.
I'd just say, yeah, I mean, I'm not against you on the suggestion, but I'm just like, surely
I know it's not fair.
you give him that.
It's not fair on him.
taste
It's not
of-
ideal.
Yeah, it's
I
not ideal.
agree completely, man.
But look, pressure makes diamonds. I think I made this point when he started against Bolton. Pressure makes diamonds. You don't get a Wilshere without a chance. You don't get a Fabregas without a chance. This could be potentially his Nelson moment. The irony of it being against Bournemouth again. There's a few more super chats here before the second half starts. Jay Federer says Timber comes back. He can play right centre back, no problem. A back four of White, Timber, Gabriel, and Calafiore against Liverpool would be solid. Just got to get the W now.
Back? Who says that Timber comes back?
It's
He's
a
not
big
even
if.
in the
It
squad.
is a big if.
He's not even in the squad.
I hate to say it, out of all of the Reds we've been getting, this one was spot on.
100%.
Saliba should have let him go. Bournemouth
Yeah.
were not going to score there. We say that without it obviously happening, but yeah, I can understand
I
what you're
still think
saying.
the likelihood of them scoring was little.
Because it's Saliba there. It's because it's
Of
Saliba
course.
there.
Yeah.
That's
He's
what I
defi-
mean.
he's definitely
someone
got-
who's usually so
And that's-
intelligent with his one-on-one
I think
defending.
that's the one thing that upsets me the most. He's definitely got the pace on Evan Nilsson, who had the ball, of course. So it is a real disappointment.
I reckon if he's running at Evan Nielsen side
Yeah.
by side, within about 3 seconds, Saliba's actually goal side. Honestly.
Peter Burns says this red couldn't have come at a worse time, but plus side he will serve a 1-match ban with the Preston game. No, would he?
It's Shakhtar, man.
Shakhtar.
Yeah.
It's Preston next week, isn't it? So I think he's got his fixtures a bit confused there. Sean Page says Julian and Lee just took a pen at half-time crossbar challenge.
Oh, they're probably on the pitch.
They're on the pitch, apparently. Oh, good spot. And then one more super chat before the start of the second half. I think that's Smith coming on for Bournemouth. Feel like Sterling is getting praised for the crap we used to cuss Lacazette for. What are they referring to there?
I wouldn't agree with that. I mean, Lacazette's criticisms came over a big chunk of time where he was doing nothing but twerking on centre backs. Whereas Sterling, this is the first bit of something we've seen from him since he signed for the club. I think it's very different circumstances. I don't think none of us are saying he had an amazing first half or first half an hour. But what we're saying is the only threat we managed to create came from him running at the fullbacks or centre back. So to take him off,
No changes from us at half time.
to take him off is a bit silly.
All right, let's go. Big moment in the season. And they should not be this big. and we should not have our backs against the wall this early in the season because of self-inflicted problems. But here we are again.
Big second half. No change at half time for Mikel. We'll see how that goes.
That was nice from Calafiori.
Yeah, he had. Oh, okay.
Fairly good from Trossard as well.
Fairly good. He's lucky he got away with that.
Yeah.
Because he wants to do them no-look passes backwards again, yeah?
Give it to right. I knew that was coming.
Go on, Deck.
Go on. Nice, Mikel. Nice.
That's
very
hands
good,
all over
Marino.
him, ref. Surely the
Very-
advantage played.
Very good, Marino.
Now what is there? Come on.
It's a little good passage of play from us.
Fully unnecessary, man.
Yeah.
Forced it.
Fully unnecessary.
Andreas, thanks for the super chat. And just to clarify again, you're not missing anything. You are missing something. Sorry. Evan Nilsson was offside. He was, but the ball came from Leandro Trossard. So that would be why that has happened. And he wasn't offside.
What's that record there, Sheroy? I can't see it behind. 17 games where a player's been sent off.
Oh, no. Oh,
We should be
massive,
Bournemouth
massive
should be
let off.
1-0 up.
We should be 1-0 down. We should be 1-0 down there.
I can't believe he hasn't even got that on target. If that was an Arsenal player, I'd be flipping. And it's the player they'd want on the end of it. Ball in, Calafiori sucked in.
It's a big let off.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that under
Way too
control.
easy. To see that just before 47 minutes, that's a problem.
Yep.
Because we brought Kivior on for Sterling. The least I expect is to be defensively sound. If you're making that sort of a substitution 2 minutes into the second half, I don't expect them to have that level of whatever XG is. That's 0.95. He should be burying that.
Absolutely.
You should. Abdullah with a super chat. I know it's
Giving
a red,
the
but
ball
hear
away
me out.
again. Sorry, man.
It's all right, no worries. I know it's a red, but hear me out. The referee probably made a wrong on-field decision by giving only a yellow card. I think that's pretty much what they overturned it for, a clear and obvious error by the on-field official. Abdullah with another super chat, but we all think it's a red based on a subjective opinion that Saliba and or White don't catch up and that it was 100% a goal-scoring opportunity. VAR shouldn't overturn subjective calls.
Come on, man. You're forcing it, man. Seriously. You're actually forcing it.
And now we're giving away a free kick.
Of course, that's a red card.
Late challenge.
Free kick Bournemouth, 3 minutes in.
I just don't know where our goal's going to come from if we do get one, man.
It's
That's
going to
the
come
real-
from
that's the real worry.
it's probably coming from a set piece. It's not coming
But
from
how are
any
we
sort of
getting the corner?
counter-attack.
But how are we going to get the corner?
I get it. I do. I really do. And I'm starting to, especially if Martinelli isn't, capable of coming on, I'm actually starting to lean towards your suggestion of bringing Winieri on just to have some sort of pace in the team, some sort of attacking threat.
They've moved Semenyo to Calafiori's side.
Yeah.
Logical, I think.
No, I think they're just mixing it up, What's people saying in the chat now, prediction-wise, with 10 men and a few minutes of the second half played? What's your confidence like now? Raya.
I think that's good. I think that's good.
This is fully not how I expected my Saturday night to be going, man.
Yeah, me too.
Not the only
me
time
too.
this season, though, isn't it? A lot of people are still going for 1-0 wins.
Would it
2-0? Some are going for Bournemouth 1-0, 1-1s.
Would now be a crazy time to ask, would you take a draw?
Nah, man, I wouldn't take a draw, I'll be honest with you. I think we should win this game. We've got to find a way. We might not be the
Come on,
better team.
Kai.
Let's go, Kai.
A little bit of pace. There we go.
Kai.
Yeah. Final ball corner. Here
Corner.
we go. Right. So this is where we need to
Good
capitalise.
work, Havertz.
Yeah.
This is
Good
where we
work,
need to
Havertz.
capitalise.
Oh, without Saka there as well, it's a problem.
Who takes? It's going to be Trossard, isn't it?
It was Rice first half, innit?
From that flank.
What, in swing or out?
Wasn't
swing?
it? I'm pretty sure Rice
Might
took
have
one.
been. Might have been.
No, Trossard's there. Oh, he's going over. Had a quick word with Gabriel Merino there. We've got a lot of 6-footers in the side in general now, and today in particular.
Delivery has to be on point.
And the only 2 players under 6 foot are Trossard and that's it.
Would it be?
It was Sterling.
I was about to say
then
Sterling.
Kivior came on for him, so yeah.
Yeah, it is right. You're right.
Big head up. Oh, we got to it.
That needs to be a flick on Havertz, man. Goal kick Bournemouth.
Super chat here from Sabrina. Swap sides for Kivior and Calafiori. Martinelli for Trossard. Rice and Party sit. Push Merino into the 10. Title winners find a way. Come on, you Gunners.
Yeah, but if you're swapping Kivior for Calafiori, then you're literally just leaving Semenyo one-on-one with him because he's playing down that flank, man. This is the issue. And
then leaving him alone with Kivior.
Yeah,
it's probably the worst of the bunch.
An absolute madness. No pen. No pen. Don't give anything silly away now, boys.
Oh, we've done well to get hold of that.
No one there to help him, man. There's no one there to help him.
I mean, I don't know what part you're trying to do.
There's no one there. Steps out. Too much space.
Good block.
Clear it.
Well done. Here we go.
Well.
Nice, Kai, unlucky.
There's nothing. The poor guy's trying. There's nothing he can do in that situation, man.
It can't be 51 minutes in, man. Come on, Arsenal, man. We need to figure something out, man. I'm sorry. People can't argue with me that we're not light and then at the same time say, you know, a draw in this game's fair. It's not fair. We've got to find something off the bench.
One thing I've nearly completely forgot about off the bench, Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't forget about him.
Okay.
The way he's been playing this season, I don't know if he's the one. But he's one of the only options we have. Well, it's him, Martinelli, Nanieri, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Or Cabia.
What's Cabia? Striker?
Winger. Predominantly left, I think.
Yeah, but if we're talking about not wanting to bring Ethan on, my man ain't coming.
Yeah, that's a whole different level.
That's terrible, Ricardo.
That's a poor ball, man.
And you should be winning that, Trossard.
Absolutely. He's done.
Bournemouth pretty comfortable first 7 minutes in the second half.
You've now taken the lead in terms of possession with 51% of the ball as well. A lot of people in the chat calling for Martinelli. It's just that big question of if he's available to.
You know what? I mean, the problem also is that we can't forget that we were quite stiff before the red card as well. So even Martinelli coming on, we're gonna have to be a bit more smooth in the midfield transition, and the personnel we got out there today, we'll be struggling to find that. At least he's a
frame it.
Well done, Rao.
Raya's got the ball in his hands, waiting for everyone to get up there. Probably Martinelli
is warming up.
I'm assuming for Trossard.
I think it has to be.
Yeah,
I think it has to.
Yeah, it has to. It's way too easy for Bournemouth, man. Every time we look up, they're back in possession now.
This is the thing, man. The problem is there's just an air of inevitability about this.
Yeah. Nice, Mikel.
I don't know. This doesn't quite strike me like the second half against City, where I was watching it and I actually felt it looks like Bournemouth are actually creating slightly more and creating a bit more of a threat. But is that because we're not just camping in front of our box here? We are trying to get forward when we can, whereas against City it was very much just hoof it and then invite the next wave.
I'd say that. And the commentators are talking about Martinelli's fitness as well. A lot of doubts about it, so fingers crossed if he does come on, there's no setbacks.
Good touch.
Nice.
Good touch. Now drive, brother. Drive, my guy. Drive. That's it. Put them on the back foot.
Look how nice that was, man. Come on, man. More of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't even have to bust the gut to...
Effortless.
Just strolled through.
Joey says Martinelli for Trossard. He will give us pace and does his defensive work.
I agree, man.
That's
I
a
agree.
fact.
I agree.
Nice, Thomas.
And you were right to let it run there, Kai.
Yeah.
Go on, Ben. Back to him.
Nah, he went too quickly. They're crowding him out, man. What's he going to...
No one
They've
coming
forced
close
us
enough,
the
man.
whole way back.
I'd get it if we're switching it quick, but if we're not switching it quick, then you need to get close to, man.
But you also don't really want Kai on the touchline like that.
Nah.
That's the problem.
He's the only one trying to figure out a solution, though.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just comes down to the players to make it work. And
Rice tried.
yeah, that moment there.
What ball? Ref?
God, Havertz, move him, man. Come
He's
on,
fouling
nice.
now. Nah, he's going to give it the other way.
Get up, man. It's not from the...
He's giving it the other way.
Give it the other way.
We're right in front of the line, or ref, and you want to give it when the line was letting it. Come on, man.
Well cut out.
Straight back in.
Partey, get back quicker.
Ball into the box. Right.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. He
Okay.
Mariah's been on something
Yeah,
today.
caught
bro.
underneath the ball, flapped at it. Luckily, we get it out the box.
Well done, Mikel.
Nice.
There's a man on you.
Nice, Thomas.
Good.
Fuck
Oh,
me.
risky. Jakob, really, you can't do that there, really.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah,
It's a
man,
good
he
ball.
did well,
I must
yeah.
say, though, I think he's done okay since coming on.
Yeah.
Kivior.
He's been skinned
Second
a couple of
half,
times,
yeah.
but Semenyo skinned most of our players a couple of times.
Yeah,
today.
I don't think that's any...
What happened there?
To him.
Foul?
Did we get it?
I don't...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rice holding his ankle, I think.
Yeah, we don't need that. It's a great touch. Studs.
Oh, he just
Yeah,
stepped on
there,
him, yeah.
studs.
Steps on it. Look at Ethan's face, man. He's looking at the floor, bruv. He's looking at the floor. Oh. This is painful, man.
It really is.
Right with the free kick. And we've got to find energy from somewhere, both.
That's a push,
on the
ref.
pitch and hopefully
Yeah, it
in the
is, bro.
It's a
studio
clear
off the back
push.
of
It
it.
is, but he should have been stronger, man. Ultimately, look, it's a contact sport.
Well done, Kivior.
Well
Calafiori.
done.
Well done.
Calafiori.
Nothing out wide. It forces Havertz to go out there, and it's just not.
Nice,
No,
Mikel.
he's giving
What?
it the other way. He's
Is he
giving it the other
fucking
way.
mad? No, that's crazy.
other way.
I don't understand.
Not for the Merino one, for the Havertz one.
Oh,
He's giving it for this.
even that.
It's 50-50 at best.
The way Merino protects the ball is crazy. He's got something cultured about the way he just turns. .58 gone, people.
I reckon there'll be a change at around the hour, you know.
Oh,
think there
well, it
needs
looks
to
like
be.
Ben White just got done there. Ball in,
Well done, Rick.
headed out.
Look how many players we've got back, man.
It's become that sort of game,
That
whether
City
by
game.
design or
It's- yeah.
header just wide, but never a threat. Too far out. Goal kick Arsenal. We've seen Martinelli warming up. We're coming up to 60 minutes.
He's got to have half an hour in him, man. Surely. If he's been warming up and he travelled, he must have at least half an hour.
This is my question. Like, surely he doesn't travel if you've got no intention of playing him.
But it's a rough half hour.
Of course, but if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be Martinelli. That's for sure.
Who else was warming up?
I don't see anyone else.
Yeah, they've sort of focused in on
focused on
Martinelli.
him,
Yeah.
Bournemouth look like they're getting a couple of players ready as well.
We're still trying to press him.
This is a rough
Yeah,
one.
you've got to. This is my. You know what, Sheroy? I just don't think a red card all the time needs you to change up plans completely.
I agree, yeah. But what I'm saying is, in a situation where Timber is injured, where Saka is injured, where Odegaard is injured, and then you're playing with 10 and Martinelli's
Yeah, it
injury
becomes
concern,
a lot more, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I agree with you in terms of the opposition. I agree with you in terms of all of it, bro. But look at what we have available right now. This is the issue, and that's the only justification I have for it. Because otherwise, yeah, if we're down to 10, cool. We could still get a result, and we should still be a bit more adventurous. But the personnel that we have, oh fuck me, clear it. Okay,
That was a good header. No one read it.
you see what I'm saying?
No, I see what you're saying. I mean, one position, the only position I can really say anything about transfer window wise is number 10 then, because if Nanieri is the guy we've left as the backup to Odegaard in the 10, then, and I'm not saying bring him on and rely on him.
No, of course not.
What I'm saying is we have left, even with the injuries we have, because we can say Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, we've left ourselves at least one body light, a wild card type of, and Sterling was meant to be that, and he's been taken off. So I guess even my argument doesn't.
Well, and it looked like Merino
stand.
was occupying that position before the red.
Who's that? Two Bournemouth players coming on, Sinistera and Clivert.
Oh, there goes the pace. There comes the pace.
And that shows Bournemouth's intentions. I think it's time to.
Quite right.
to
They're
show
against 10
ours.
men at home, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, but for me now, it means there's going to be more opportunities for us to counter. At the very least, if the setup is, don't concede, that falls in line with don't concede, but take your opportunities on the counter. It's not just don't concede, full stop. That's the end of the story.
Super chat here from Mary says, team selection poor today. If we do manage to get a point away, I'll be happy. This one is on the manager for lack of bench quality. Is that his fault though? We're injury stricken at the moment.
bro, I'll be honest, man. I'm looking at Trossard and SALIBA for this. I'll be completely honest with you. I was looking at that 11.
Yep.
And I was looking at people like Martinelli, Jesus, Zinchenko, Ethan on the bench, and saying we have a couple of players that could change the game. I was looking at our defensive solidarity. I was excited to see Merino. How are we talking about Arteta in this situation? The only way in which I can even think about it is maybe people are talking about recruitment. But what was wrong with that 11? Did any of us moan about that 11?
Nothing we could do, really.
No. Free man. Christie as well coming on.
Pure pace coming off that bench there. That's Martinelli I've just seen as well coming on.
Tavernier off, Scott off. Yeah, it's Trossard SALIBA. I mean, listen, we wasn't great before the sending off, but we would have had a lot more options to change it up if we had 11 men right now.
For sure. And it was so early, like, we didn't even really have that long to grow into the game.
Yeah. Back to Raya.
Just go long. Just go long.
Risky.
Oh,
David,
what is going
I
on?
said just go long. I don't know what this guy's doing, man. What is this guy doing? What was that, bro?
He's either completely missed the ball, or when he's planted his left foot, he's got a little touch. It is for Trossard, so we've at least got something right there. Martinelli on. Can he change the game?
Let's say, at least that to the fans, like.
I'm sorry, innit?
Yeah, sorry, bro. Because when you score a goal off the bench, you're cold as ice in front of the camera like this, sending a message, right? You fucked up, my bro. Don't come off the pitch like, we should feel sorry for you because you're coming off. People are going to think I'm overreacting, but that's, nah, man. You fucked up. You're the reason we're down to 10 men. And you're coming off like your shit don't stink.
Well, and you were the reason we were down to 10 against City, knowing what the rules are. That's the problem, innit?
There we go, straight away, Martinelli. Super chat here from Upside In. I might have tried leaving it as it was, just with 3 at the back. We should be able to defend against these, even with 3 at the back.
Yeah, but I mean, we've had more than 3 at the back, and we should have been 1-0 down already. We should have been 1-0 down already because of that Merino Chance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really should have.
And that's with more defensive ammunition on this pitch, so I don't really know, man. Ref! Thank you. Thank you.
free kick. Arsenal chance for us, I guess, to get it in the box with the height we've got in the side now. You'd think, with the way we've been playing before Martinelli coming on, this is the best opportunity, but we have got someone with legs on now. Albeit carrying a little knock.
Everyone back post with Calafiori taking the set piece, yeah? All right.
Whip that in. Havertz head. All offside. Oh, I didn't see Martinelli there. Edge. Rice.
Nice.
That should have. How did we not score?
Should-
How did we not score? We had like
It
3
looked
or
like
4
he
man
was-
there. We had 3 or 4 man there, bro. Kivio, I think, should have got his head on that. When it comes back, you'll see. I think it's Kivio.
Could that have also gone to Rice on the edge of the box?
I have no problem with that delivery, Frank.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it's a good delivery, but
Looked like Havertz was close
Yeah,
too.
maybe.
it's a great delivery.
Oh, you see why I'm saying Kivio? You see why I'm saying Kivio?
Yeah, but Havertz didn't actually go for it though. Do you know what I mean? If Havertz actually went for
Yeah.
it, he probably gets that. But then maybe Kivio put him off. But
He might have thought, yeah, but still, you still go for it, man. Anyway, something. Can we get one? Can we get one?
Come on.
set up. 1 man there, 2 man there. Come on, man. Ref, wash the hands.
Good cross. Oh,
Why did he leave it?
What?
Why did he leave it?
I need to see that again because I don't understand. I thought he was close to it.
Our ball?
that's our ball, surely. They haven't given that
Throw
to
in.
Bournemouth, have they? Really?
No, I think Rice is talking to.
Yeah, he's switching to someone. Or
Oh,
two.
right, okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm in this really weird position now because I'm looking at the clock and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, there's only this long left that we don't have to concede, right? But then I'm also thinking, well, there's this long left and we have to score. Because we can't keep looking at these games in isolation now because this is the 3rd one this season,
Yeah.
bro.
And
That's
say
the problem.
Point. Hard done by back against the wall.
Ben White was just given a yellow for something there as well.
Ben White.
Yep.
Well done, Thomas.
Aye. What's going on?
I think if Thomas goes down there, he gives the ref a decision to make, because my man
Yeah,
flew in,
he
whoever that
flew
was.
in, innit? Right. It looked like it got a bit messy, but I just. Oh, Ben White got yellow for time wasting. That's just what we need right now.
Another silly yellow.
And I see Semenyo earlier got booked for. Hey, go!
Go, come on.
Please! Please!
Oh, it's a good...
No, man! You gotta bury it! You got to bury it! You've got to bury it, Gabby.
You have
You've
to
got
score.
to bury that, my bro. I don't care if you've just come on, your tendon hurts, you got to
The
bury
right
it.
ball. Oh, you got to score, bro.
It's even straight down
You
the
gotta
middle.
score.
It's even straight down the middle. That is shit.
Nah, that's
That
poor,
is
man.
absolutely shit.
Inexcusable, bro. That's inexcusable. And you ain't going to get a better chance than that this match.
Better chance than that. You couldn't fucking.
That makes me sick, bro. Honestly, I feel sick.
Perfect pass into him. Gabby, that's you, my brother. That's you.
Either side of the keeper, bro.
I can't believe
Either
it.
side of the keeper.
Even he
Near
dinks
post.
him, bro. Bring the Brazilian out of you for a second and dink him. Do something other than what you done. You banged it down the middle of the goal. That is shit.
And he had time for a touch.
That is
He had so much time.
S-H-I-T shit. There's no sugarcoating what that was right there. That was shit. The pass was perfect. He's running onto it perfect. Bury it there. Dink him. No.
Or take a touch, bro. There was no one around him. And the keeper wasn't near him.
That's our chance for, yeah.
Joe Wright with a super chat. Team is doing my head in with the discipline. White now.
How did we not score that, man?
I really don't know. Short one.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You see? How can he finish like that? How can he finish like that? How can he finish like that? Martinelli, you had a better chance than that just now. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. See what I mean about the clinicalness in this team? Come on, man.
And it always happens.
This guy just buried it top bins against us. He just said, Marty, here you go, mate. This is how you fucking do it. With about 20 man in front of me. Bang. Off the floor as well. Finished it. Cultured. Top bin. Disgusting.
And look who's letting the man run in at the edge of the box. He stood still, bro.
Who was it?
Martinelli. You'll see it.
What a fucking finish.
How often does that happen, man? You have your opportunity, you don't take it. A minute later, bang.
Literally a minute.
This is 3 points gone. We're lucky to get a point now, man. We're lucky to get a point out of this. There's no way we're getting two. There's no way we're getting two. And this isn't like last week. We were at home with 11 last week, or 2 weeks ago, wherever it was.
That's better. Go on.
Nah, he's going to let it run. He's going to let it run. This is catastrophic, man. This is absolutely catastrophic.
Yeah, this has been bad today.
There's no way of sugarcoating this. Finish. Finish. Infinitely harder than the Martinelli chance, with all those bodies in front of him as well.
Come on.
That's our ball, ref.
Thank you.
Martinelli, you got to make up for this, bro. Everyone, no one's going to be talking about the defending for that goal of theirs. They're all going to be talking about your miss now.
Sabrina asks, does Trossard bury that?
Probably.
Probably. Foul throw in 2024. Foul throw.
Embarrassing. This is fully embarrassing, man. Oh.
Oh my God. Theo Dale says you're placing too much blame on Trossard. He made a bad pass. Saliba took the man down. Raya gifted a chance to them in the first half. Is he as bad?
Why do people do this, man?
We've given Saliba shit for that as well, by the way.
We actually have.
Why do people do this, man? It's like, let me listen to who they're blaming so I can come and say some bullshit against it. Like, why do people do that? If you want to blame Saliba more, blame Saliba more. He is at fault too. If you want to blame Raya for something, blame him. But why you want to protect Trossard for the moment of stupidity? He can stay ice cold in front of the camera when he scores because he thinks he should start, right? Anyone can get it. You see Martinelli comes on the pitch and does that? You think he doesn't get it as well? Don't worry, we'll have another super chat soon saying, oh, be kind to Martinelli. His tendon might be, hurting him a little bit. We don't know what he's going through in life.
I firmly believe if he scores, we win this game 1-0, If he scores that, I reckon
well,
we see it out.
They don't get that chance. They don't get the resulting corner.
I think we see it out. Because then we don't even need to be adventurous. Then we can actually just sit back and go, all right, now let's go. And we can do what we did against City.
Brandon B. Talking says, coming back with this mentality from an international break is disgusting.
Horrible.
Completely agree, Brandon.
Horrible.
Damn. Right, let's go. He's up there.
What are we going to do? What are we going to do, bruv?
Yeah, we have it turn into R9, take on 4 men from halfway line and bang it. That's what, that's the next step in his evolution. Can't bring Ranieri on, 17-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Window was 8 out of 10.
I'm going to say this one with caution. Joe Wright, be kind to Martinelli. His tendon is hurting.
They do. They do have.
Joe
a sense
knows
of
what he's doing.
They do have a sense of humor.
Yeah,
They do have a
made
sense
me
of
laugh for a second.
They do have a sense of humor.
It's not funny.
And you know what the mad thing is, yeah? So many games last season and this season, we've gone behind, but I've honestly believed that we're going to turn it around.
Not this one.
Today I don't.
Damn.
Today I don't. I'm already coming to terms with the fact that we're losing this match.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm surprised that Bournemouth are surprisingly open and still attacking, being 1-0 up, if I'm honest. Ain't you? They look like they want more.
Because I think they smell blood, bro.
That ball over the top to Havertz, it was one defender back.
I think they smell blood.
Well, they might. Look, they're about to get some more. Cement your hands on his head.
I think they smell blood. Nah, it's not a pen, man.
Oh, he should have done better with that, though.
He should have buried it.
Semenyo could have had 2 today. Probably should have had 2, to be honest.
That's nothing, man. That's just.
He had his arms around him as well.
Yeah, they just got battling, man. The hell? And they still had that opportunity after. That would be our only way we get back in this game. If Bournemouth actually, are naive to let us back in it. Because if they just set up shop, we ain't getting through them now.
I don't think we have the quality on the pitch to do it.
No. We don't, but look how they're going, look how they're going, look how they're going, look how they're going, look how they're going.
That's
Penalty.
a pen.
Penalty, red card.
That's a penalty.
You can't punish him twice, though, can you? So it's a pen.
Do not give him a
Pen and a booking. You can't give him a red card if you give him the pen, I'm pretty sure. I think it's a pen and a yellow. This game's done, man. We just need to get the fuck out of here. This is an embarrassment. Who played that pass? Who played that short pass?
Kivior or Ben.
What is this?
I think it's Kivior.
What is this?
Kivior.
Start to finish, this has been dog shit, bro.
It's a penalty all day.
Start to finish, this has been dog shit. Yeah, it's a pen, man. It's a pen. Can't even enjoy the football tomorrow now, innit?
Fuck the football tomorrow.
This is finished. This is finished, bro.
Is he off?
I don't think you can give a pen and a red card anymore.
Yeah, that double jeopardy
I think
thing,
that's what it is.
It's probably a booking though, isn't it?
He's had a bad game today, though. That's not necessarily his fault, right? Because he got sold short, but he's had a bad game today.
Kivior.
Balls says, let's start to blame Gabby for not finishing easy chances. I think you should.
He should have scored.
There's a lot to blame here. Trossard, SALIBA, Martinelli, Arteta. Like, come on. We brought Kivior on for Sterling when he was our best attacking player. It might have been premature to say it then, but what about now? 12 minutes to go, penalty to Bournemouth, 1-0 down. What about now? The guy that we brought on for Sterling to shore things up gives the second goal to them. What about now? Of course, there's multiple people to blame today. Martinelli, disgraceful, one-on-one. Bury it.
Horrible.
You fucking bury it. 2-0 to Bournemouth.
Day out, bro.
Like,
embarrassing. And all of the stuff over the summer when we're dissecting last season and we're talking about we will learn from our mistakes and we won't drop points against lesser opposition and we're shoring up at the back and we carry more attacking.
Sheroy, these men talk fucking shit and then come out with ball knowledge. I'm tired of hearing dickheads online talk about ball knowledge this, ball knowledge that because of Jules 1 or because of fucking tilting the field and all of this shit they do. He lacks ball knowledge. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Have you seen what this guy's done with this? Do you know what the numbers are down, but the quality's up? Transfer window 8 out of 10. Ball knowledge.
Look, before this match, we were saying we could just about get through games without Odegaard, yeah? And we were all curious as to what we looked like without him and Saka. Before we went down to 10 men, we kind of saw the answer anyway.
That's what I'm saying. People, and now these fucking these guys, yeah, they will act like the first 25 minutes didn't happen, like we wasn't shit in the first 25 with 11 men. Let's not forget that. The red card happens, yes, Trossard, Saliba, foolish.
I don't think we had a shot on target with 11
We didn't have a shot.
I don't think we had a shot on target with 11
People
men.
can't forget this. We didn't have a shot on target with 11 men. So no, the red card didn't entirely change the game. It gave Bournemouth more of the ball. It gave Bournemouth more of the confidence.
But even with the red card, Martinelli should put us 1-0 up.
Of course.
Even with the red card, Martinelli should put us 1-0 up. And they go and score a minute after that, because when you miss a chance like that, the momentum in the place changes. And we all got the feeling when Martinelli missed, we thought, this ain't our day.
Yep. Go on, Hayes offside. Henry with a super chat. Title is done.
You see why I suggest... you know what? Fuck it. Ball knowledge. Ball knowledge. Up yours to all them people that want to talk about ball knowledge and all of this shit. The fact is we don't create enough chances. The fact is we've left ourselves light behind Odegaard. It's a fact. It is a fact. It was just a matter of it happening. And yes, Sheroy's right. There's a hell of a lot of injuries we've got to contend with. But, bro, we're bringing on Ranieri 2-0 down at Bournemouth. Did we not have an opportunity to start him against Southampton or Leicester to give him a bit more experience in the Premier League? We did. But it's not ideal. You think, this is ideal for Mikel to bring on Ranieri now? It's not ideal. So do you think it was ideal for him to go into the season this light when a week before the transfer window ended, he said in a press conference, hey, we're light? Then Sterling was the answer to that. Okay. Takes him off when we go down to 10 men. Anyone got the field tilt for this game? Because these nerds like to hide every fucking time things go wrong. Nice, Havertz. What's wrong with that? That's shoulder to shoulder in a corner.
Don't get a booking, Kai. Just walk off, bro. I don't want to hear anything after this about the referee. I honestly don't want to hear.
I don't think you can.
This is where there is just ultimate accountability for individual errors on this pitch, bro. Being real with you. You can, whether you want to talk about Trossard for that horrible pass, whether you want to talk about Saliba being naive, whether you want to talk about Martinelli missing that chance, whether you want to talk about how many times Raya got let off the hook, whether you want to talk about that horrible, horrible touch from Kivior that leads to the pen, all of it was so amateur. And the worry is, my friend, sometimes City lose matches, but they don't look this amateurish when they lose, bro. 100%. They don't look this amateurish when they lose, you know? Real problem. But it's a long season.
Mary with a super chat. Turkish, I feel you loud and clear. Waiting on the Forever Arsenal podcast. It's one of the things I love in the Arsenal fandom, and it makes my week.
Well, that prediction table's staying the same, isn't it?
Yep.
Good ball.
It's been a long, long time since I've just been watching a game like this and just going, just blow the whistle, bruv.
Yeah.
It's been a long, long time. Too easy. Well done.
Bit of a heavy ball, but Gabby.
No, but he needed that.
That's good. That's good.
To get to the touchline. Good turn.
Wide.
That was shit for Martinelli again, I'll be honest, man. Pass
Go on,
in between
Ethan.
Calafiori and Rice.
Go, Ethan. Heavy touch.
He's going to give it.
No way.
Little nudge. Little nudge.
Get off of him. Get off him. Get off him. He's given a foul for that.
If you look at it from the other angle, where the referee's standing, I'm not saying
It looked like it was.
It's a little push from Ethan. I just want minimal added time, and I want this game done, ref. Oh my days.
Brandon B. Talkin says, even with injuries, this is regression. Now we see why Pep is a genius to keep his team motivated. Majority of the team has regressed or stagnated. Adam C says, we now must beat Liverpool.
I thought we had to beat them anyway, mate.
I agree.
Before this result, I thought that was a must-win.
I agree. David Orobato says, and people were happy with Sterling and continuing with Martinelli. We need investment up front. One game without Saka and Odegaard and we are cooked.
Ball knowledge. He hasn't got ball knowledge, that guy. Or so I've heard. He doesn't see the percentages of field to and the aerial duels won and the space everyone creates. He hasn't. He mustn't have seen that. Because it'd be silly to say we went. You know, it was a poor transfer window. Ball knowledge in the mud.
Sabrina says, right to be annoyed. Shit show today. Injuries and lack of depth played a part. Let's not throw our toys out of the pram. Dust it off and move on. Come on, you Gunners.
We have to.
Yeah, that's all we can do. It's
We
not
have
about, you know, you're upset. I'm upset. It's not about throwing toys out the pram, but this is, you know, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, for real.
This one is embarrassing.
For real.
You know, I can accept 10 men against Brighton, and you know we still should have won that one with the chances we had. Cool, it's Brighton. Man City.
We at least got a point.
Can
from
accept
that.
Bournemouth. We go down to 10 men, and the first thing we do is bring off Sterling for Kivio. Why? Why? Mikel, answer that one, please. Why did you do that? Like, what's this sudden urge to just go so defensive as soon as there's a moment of adversity? Why don't we tackle it head on? It's Bournemouth. But it's Bournemouth, it's 2-0.
Have a shot. Just do it. Too much. Too much. Too much. Why are you shrugging your shoulders? Just let the shot off.
There are about 3 passes on there as well, you know. Mm-hmm. It's only because I've given up on this match that I'm not fully flipping at him for this.
Shot there. Shot there.
Doesn't look up once. He doesn't look up once, bro.
I don't know why he's shrugging his shoulders like he should be getting a penalty.
Remember I told you I'm going for dinner after this? 4 man. Tottenham fan, Liverpool fan, United fan, me.
Cancel.
This is going to be fun, isn't it?
See like Big Six on Monday.
This is going to be fun.
Oh shit, we got to watch along tomorrow. Like, you know, bit premature cooking. '89th minute, people. 1 to go plus whatever the ref wants to add on.
This is game week 8, yeah?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Drop points in 3.
Yep. Good idea, Calafiori. We ain't got that striker that runs onto those though.
It's because he's out there.
The margin for error is now so small going forward, you know.
People don't understand.
What margin?
So small.
What margin? There is no margin.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, look, tomorrow we could be 4 points behind Liverpool and 3 behind City.
How will we let this happen?
Oh, thank you,
man.
ref, man. How did you know I wanted to see more of this match? 5 minutes added on.
Is he even offside there? Good
Good
ball.
ball.
Good ball.
Unlucky.
That was class.
Under pressure as well.
Don't let it bounce. Don't let it bounce. Martinelli, man.
Played it to now.
That's okay.
Go on, Ethan. Wide.
Good. Was that Nelly again?
Mm-hmm.
Ref.
Play on, man. Just play on.
Come back and book him though. Wasted.
Right, I think it's too late for instructions, mate.
Player of the match, Lewis Cook. For 2 chances created.
Captain as well, I think. It should have been in there again with the right pass.
Henry with super chat. Jesus is washed.
First L of the season. First away L of the calendar year.
It's a foul.
Couldn't score a goal. Concede to. SALIBA missing the game against Liverpool. Like, honestly, bro.
It couldn't have got any
Like,
worse.
what? Saka not in the matchday squad. Timber not in the matchday squad. This is long.
Honestly.
There were
Two to
some
go.
really, really bad individual performances today, bro.
Terrible.
Really, really bad individual performances today. I don't even know how to dissect this. I really don't. I don't know how to dissect this.
Bigger concerns than just the 90 minutes we've seen.
Yeah, for sure. All that chat about set pieces, brother, and they were the ones that came up with the clever set piece to
Yeah.
undo us, you know.
Mm-hmm. These lot think it's 46 minutes into the game or something.
They're just trying to protect their own goal difference now, man. What else is there? They haven't really looked like scoring all game.
Yeah. Nice.
Thomas Partey tried.
Yes.
Declan Rice tried.
Ethan.
Ethan looked
for the
alright.
8
Yeah,
minutes,
Ethan
for
looked
the-
alright when
for
he
the
came on.
10
I
minutes
actually
extra.
think Kai Havertz put in a lot of good work as
Yeah.
well. He tried. I thought David Raya was poor. Kivior looked poor when he came on. Ben White got left for dead quite a few times. Trossard, disaster. Martinelli, disaster.
SALIBA disaster.
Sterling, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let them take this offside, surely. Blow the whistle.
Blow the whistle,
Just
man.
blow the
End
whistle.
End this.
Done.
End this leg. All right. Later.
Full time, 2-0 Bournemouth.
Arsenal could have gone top of the league with a win.
Thanks for the reminder.
Deserved victory for Bournemouth. Deserved red card for Saliba.
Yeah. No excuses for that one.
No invention. No real chances up until Martinelli's. Multiple horror shows. They're showing Trossard there, he's one of them. They're showing Raya there, he's probably one of them too.
Banned for
They're
one of our
showing
best
Kivior,
defenders.
he's one of them.
It's bizarre, isn't it? You can set up to defend and only concede one in the last 5 seconds against Manchester City at the Etihad, but then 2 against these.
And really, people don't want to hear it. It comes down to the lack of attacking options we have, because we didn't have enough to be able to change it up, to give Bournemouth something to think about. So we had to go into the second half, we went into second half, just at least against City second half, we knew what we went in to do, defend. In this second half, we wasn't defending very well and we wasn't attacking very well. It just seemed like it was neither here nor there.
The saddest thing for me, I mean it, man, I haven't felt like this in a long time. There wasn't really a single moment that I was watching this match where I looked at it and I went, we're winning this one. There really wasn't. And I'm not used to that, man.
Not even in the first 30.
No.
Before the red card.
That's the thing. Well, look, if Liverpool wasn't important now, we have to go and beat them. That is not just a 6-pointer anymore.
We have to beat them, yeah.
Yeah. There's no alternative.
Like you said, I mean, it's not just Liverpool. The margin of error for the rest of the season becomes lesser and lesser, because listen, first 8 game weeks, 3 of them we've dropped points in some way, shape or form, whether it's drop points in a positive way or whether it's drop points in an embarrassing fashion like today. That's 3 out of 8 so far. And when you're up against City,
when you're up against City, you have to show a level of maturity. And with that level of maturity comes decision making in situations like this, right? I said it before, man, but the Rice red card, fine. Talk about it as much as you want. But at that point, you know what the deal is. Trossard was immature to give the referee a decision the way that he did against City. Here, Saliba again did not show the requisite maturity in that situation, knowing that the minute he put hands on him, it was more likely than not that he was going to get sent off. And there was absolutely no need for it. Every single game that we have dropped points in this season, we have displayed a level of immaturity that our competitor, and I say it like there's only one, there's not, that our primary competitor does not display. And when Manchester City lose, they don't lose like that. They do not lose like that. 10 men made it worse, yeah? But we did not look good before that. And you can't think of a positive way to spin this result. I would love to see what the top Reds are going to come out with for this one. We need players back, and we need players back quickly, bro. We need players back quickly for next week. Saka has to be fit. Mm-hmm. We need to find a way to get Odegaard fit. For me, but Timber probably has to be fit now, because Ben White, I assume, is going to occupy that position as centre-back. No? We're not playing Kivior in there. So Timber has to be fit on that right-hand side. You can't have Tomiyasu's first game coming back after God knows how long being Liverpool.
Hey, Benji here says Turkish should stop talking about transfer windows. That's not the issue here. He goes on to say it was poor team selection, you absolute mug. It's a poor team selection. Why? Because the fucking players we brought in or didn't bring in weren't there or available, right? Right?
I don't actually think it was a poor team selection.
He goes on to say we were never going to get a 10 as good as Odegaard. Come on, is there anything up here? Because people like to argue it, saying you're not going to get who asked for like? We just asked for someone that's not 17, that hasn't started a Premier League game. That's what I asked for. I didn't ask for like. Why did Sterling start today? Because he's one of the ones we brought in the transfer window. Why did Trossard start? Why did Martinelli come on? That was a side we should have improved in the transfer window. We didn't. Ball knowledge, though. Where's any super chats that are readily available?
Plenty to go through here. Pavanjit says this game is identical to Fulham away last season. Beaten in all aspects, we probably need 9 points out of 9, Liverpool, Newcastle and Chelsea to stay in touch with City. Being Hamza says, let's keep our heads high. Results like this will happen to Liverpool, City too. Arsenal fans can't just give up. We'll be back stronger, so chin up, people.
I haven't given up.
I haven't given up.
I'm not saying that I haven't given up, but you can't shy away from the fact that this was an absolute abomination of a performance from start to finish. That's not me saying I've given up, but I mean the stuff here.
What did you predict at the start of the season where we finish?
It depends on which platform.
Like you like what was? Yeah, I know what you mean there because it changed a lot in the last few weeks of the window. Or whatnot,
I said we'd win the league.
What did you say?
I also said we'd win the league.
Did you two really believe that?
Yeah, I did.
I believe
because of the transfer window, or because of the.
I believed it before the transfer window.
So did I.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah,
I get that. I get that.
Elias says this loss has been coming for a while. Even ahead of the red card, we hadn't had a shot on target for 30 minutes.
Bang
we
on.
have to sign a striker in January.
Yep.
But even with the striker, bro, not being funny,
Not creating.
There's 10 other players on that.
Yeah,
shot on target.
That's the thing. And if you do bring a striker, let's say you buy Erling Haaland, yeah, that guy relies on service.
Yep.
There was none of that here today. And this is why when we were looking at the lineup, remember we were saying, well, maybe could it be Merino in the 10? I mean, admittedly, look, he didn't have that long to prove what he can do in that position before he had to do just out and out defensive work. And that's why I went for a nervy 1-0 when it was 11 against 11. Because it wasn't ever going to be an inspiring performance. But when you go down to 10 men, there's a way to play. And if you're going to lose, there's a way to lose. That was embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, that was Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 0, people.
Lock it off, man. Lock it off. This is painful, man. This is
That is it. A chance to go top. We failed, and we either watch on Liverpool's big game against Chelsea tomorrow and Man City to see if they extend the gap at the top. We are back for the Shakhtar game, obviously, but for the Liverpool game next week, and we'll see where we stand before that. Make sure you subscribe, notification bell on all of this stuff. Fan cams will be out around the stadium with Rob and the team there, and here as well. A couple of us will get it done, people. 13k, a lot of ops in the building, innit? Waiting a long time. Enjoy. Love for the love, people. We're out.